Welcome to our second annual MAC and WBL Kickoff show presented by the Gerken companies. Going to be joined here first by the Lima Shawnee guys, but got to give some thank yous. Let's go see Robbie Myers. He has some tickets for all the kids. Gives out some goodies from the Gerken companies, our title sponsor today. Also, thank you to Jeff Marshall of Versailles Feed Mill, partial sponsor today, and also our good friend Norm Zeider at the Swanton Welding Company, along with Tory Strock. I'm Lynn Groll. Good to see you again, Coach.
It's good to be back, Lynn. Good to be back, and it's good to see Coach Owen again. We always see him somewhere. You never know where he's going to turn up, but I think Shawnee's lucky to have him.
Have you wore these colors before, Coach O?
Not totally. Trotwood was black and red.
First with us here today is the Lima Shawnee guys, Bob Olin. Doesn't need any announcement, right?
I don't. But
no. Well, we're going to make them introduce themselves. Players, introduce yourselves and the positions you play, please.
My name is Yaman Turgeman. I'm a defensive tackle.
Running back.
Cameron Barker, middle linebacker.
Isaac Meeks, running back, linebacker.
Zach Kreider, D-end and tackle.
Jaron Bagley, a wide receiver and free safety.
Thank you guys for stopping out today. We greatly appreciate it. All right, Coach, new digs for you, new stop. How's it going at Lima Shawnee?
It's going good because we have good senior leadership from these guys and the rest of the seniors and younger. Anytime you have good leadership from the seniors, then the rest of the kids know what to do and perform up to their, the senior guys that they look up to.
I want to hear from you guys. What has the transition been like? And you guys can say whatever you want. He ain't going to do anything to you here today. What's the transition been like with Coach Owen taking over at Shawnee?
Definitely it's been different. A little bit more old school, I guess I'd say. We had it a little easier last year through the summer. It wasn't as hard, but I feel like we're definitely better conditioned, better to go, better and more last year this time.
Very good. I want everybody to chime in on that.
Yeah, we're working a lot harder. I feel like we're focusing more on the little things, and we're paying attention to smaller details and fixing our mistakes a lot better.
Yeah, we definitely got coddled the last couple of years by the Wiremans, and I feel like Coach O strives for perfection, and it's hard to get perfection, so we got to work hard.
Love it. How about you two? Give me something.
I don't know.
That's it?
They said everything.
So you said you're a defensive lineman, right?
Yep.
So are you just a one-way guy, or do you play some offense as well?
I'm like a rotator on the offense. If they need me, I'll be out there. But I'm mainly just there at 3-tech for them.
You're okay with that?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not familiar with his offense. You guys going to run the ball this season a little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit? All right. You're going to throw it, though, right?
They're conforming.
Throw it a couple times.
Coach Olin, talk about the WBL a little bit. What do you know about the Western Buckeye League, and what don't you know?
I don't know all the personnel from each team like I would at some of the other stops, but I'll learn that this year. But I've played Celina in the past. I've thrown against a lot of the WBL teams, things like that. So I know Wapog's the king right now, but it's hard staying on top. Mm-hmm. So you got the target on your back, and everybody else is shooting for you and things like that. But we have big fish to fry week 1 with LCC, so I'm not even worried about the WBL right now.
Players, tell me what your strengths will be this season as a team as a whole. Where will you guys excel?
I think we have a lot of speed on our team. Our guys may not be the biggest, but we can outrun a lot of people.
Our defense is pretty old. We got a lot of seniors, especially up front. Should be pretty good.
I like to say our skill positions, definitely on offense, seeing as we're going to throw the ball a lot. We have really good wide receivers all around, and we have a good quarterback in Brogan Rare. He's been throwing it really good.
How about you other two? You came along for the ride today. Let's go.
I'd say our D-line and linebackers. We have a lot of returning, really good guys there.
Yeah, our defense returning basically everybody. That's going to be our strength.
They're talking a lot about defense here, Coach.
Defense wins championships.
I like it. I like it. Where do you guys have to get better here in the next couple of weeks before you open up with LCC?
Probably just perfecting the offense more.
Yeah.
I don't play offense, but it seems like we're gonna need to get better. I don't know.
Will you guys be similar defensively, scheme-wise this year, or has there been? I know there's been some changes offensively. What types of changes defensively?
Not really much. Same kind of thing. Maybe our front changed a little bit, the guys we have there, but we lost a couple ends last year. But we still got tackles like defensive tackle Iman and Ty. Be pretty good. So our middle should be pretty solid, but scheme-wise, not really. Nothing's really changed that much.
Coach Olin, go ahead. Lynn.
No, I was just going to ask. Take me through the offense because it's challenging learning his offense. He's been doing it for how many years, Coach?
Since 01.
01. So a while. What's been the biggest challenge of learning his new offense?
The way he runs the routes, really, like instead of like a sharp cut, they're more rounded, stuff like that. Footwork.
Do you like that? Do you like those changes?
Yeah.
He's done well. He knows it pretty well right now, and he can be a good leader for the younger kids. And so I've been impressed with that from Isaac.
Coach Olin, staff-wise, when you take over at a new place like this, do you bring guys with you? Do you take the guys that were there before? How does that work?
My guys at Eden were all teachers, and they live in Indiana, so none of those guys were going to come. So it's been a challenge because I've interviewed a bunch of people, and a lot of them can't get off work to coach. So that's been, and then not everybody wants to coach the varsity level, so it's been a big challenge, and we got a holdover from the last staff. 3 of them were the same as last year, but Cam's dad, Jim, came out of retirement and is coaching with us. So we don't have a lot of them, but we have good ones. So I'd rather have good ones than a bunch of coaches that just hang a whistle around their neck.
What are you guys' goals for this season?
Beat LCC.
Beat LCC, week 1.
You got them trained well, Coach. They're only thinking
I
about
tried.
week 1.
I'm trying.
My patented question. Who's the toughest dude on this year's Shawnee team? Who do you not want to go up against in practice? And you can say yourself. But who's the toughest dude?
I'd say Cam Bark or Ty Rudy for sure. They're very aggressive. Like for a scout team, I don't want to go near them.
I'd agree with Jaren. They're both really tough guys, hard to defend.
Iman laid a pretty hard block on me this week in practice. So
He got you?
Yeah, it got me pretty good. So I don't really want to.
I had to kick them both out so they didn't hurt themselves.
Yeah, I would also say Ty Rudy is one of those linemen. He's pretty tough in practice. And
Yeah, Ty's pretty aggressive.
yeah.
Pretty good.
I want you guys to talk. I asked Coach Olin about the Western Buckeye League. I think the WBL is one of the best conferences in the state of Ohio. Why don't you guys talk about what it's like competing in the WBL week to week? Because there's very few off weeks in that league.
It's tough. It's a lot of most teams run the ball, start to beat you up a little bit. There's a lot of good teams too. There's not just like 1 or 2. Week to week, you got to play pretty good teams. There's not many weeks off, so.
Anybody else talk about the WBL a little bit?
I feel like WBL, you can never go into a game, yeah, we're going to cakewalk these guys. I think it's always going to be a tough battle, and we got to grind first to fourth quarter every single game to try and win.
Anybody else? Coach, when you take over a new program, and specifically at Shawnee, what are the first couple things you want to get established as a new coach of a new program?
Just philosophy, how it's going to be, and how much I'm going to support these guys and their efforts, and so forth. But like they said, it was sort of a culture shock because they've been coddled, in their words. I don't coddle anyone. And quarterback, none of these guys get coddled. We're all in it together, and we have to bust our tail to be successful. So it's full blast, full steam ahead. Get to practice and work hard. And these guys have done a nice job, so I don't have any complaints about any of that. So looking forward to working the whole season with them and going into battle. And, so you gotta, it's also a mindset, what you did in the past and what you got to do in the future. So we're trying to change that mindset. And I have some rules that these guys aren't used to, but, with a helmet rule and mouthpieces and so forth. So they like that one. So.
He's shaking his head down there at the end. That's true, huh?
Isaac doesn't like it at all. Isaac forgot that we have a camera during scrimmages, and when he takes his helmet off on the sideline, I can see it. Oh shucks. Ty does too. So.
That's getting rectified, though.
Yeah, dirt work. Yeah.
We've got a couple minutes left here, guys. I want you to talk. I mean, you guys are kind of in the same neighborhood with Lima Central Catholic. Talk about that rivalry a little bit and what it would mean to win that week one.
It'd be big, especially after last year and that close loss we had. We weren't, not that we weren't prepared, we were banged up going into week one last year. Our quarterback, JJ, who was a senior last year, his ankle was all jacked up. I was in a boot the day before our first game, but I played. And then we had a couple other senior wide receivers from last year that were banged up going into that. So I think if we're healthy, we win that game, but we got a lot better after that game, for sure.
Anybody else talk about that LCC game a little bit?
I feel like it's very personal because freshman year, they destroyed us. Sophomore year, we beat them. And then junior year, they beat us. So I feel like we got to level up the playing field a little bit. And we also know a lot of those dudes because they're right down the road from us. We played against them a whole lot, played with them in some sports. So I feel like it's very personal to us.
Very good.
I'm good. You good, Coach?
I'm good. Coach Owen, good luck to
Good
you.
luck in this season. Have a good year, guys, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gerken companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gerken companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate.
The Versailles Feed Mill wishes the Versailles Tigers and all the other area athletes the best of luck this upcoming season. We here at the Versailles Feed Mill are your local Hubbard Feeds dealer and grain elevator, buying grain from area farmers such as corn, soybeans, and wheat. Family owned and operated since 1973. Come on out and see us at 242 Northwest Street in Versailles for all your feed and grain processing needs. Go Tigers!
Versailles Tigers and new head coach Scott Rohrman. Coach, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Great. Players, introduce yourselves, please, in the positions you play.
Landon Kanapke, running back and linebacker.
Nate Marshall, left tackle, defensive end.
Blake Monin, wide receiver and safety. Ryan Treon, left guard and middle linebacker.
Thank you, guys. Tiger Ball. You played it for Al Hedrick, Coach. Now you're getting to coach it. Take me through what Tiger Ball means to you.
It means quite a bit, with the coach and stuff, instilling that in our brains, and just being physical, smash mouth, and there's a lot of people in the league that want to do that. Be physical up front, and finish to the whistle, and that's what it's all about. We want to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball.
I heard you were playing the hot corner here recently. How did that go for you? You look like you didn't see any bruises.
I did have one error.
Did you?
Yeah. I think they get hurt. That's amazing.
Good.
I want to hear from the players. Versailles, tons of tradition in that football program. What's it mean to play football for the Versailles Tigers?
Starts off.
You got this.
Starts off, Landon.
Tough one.
I think it means
Hey, that should be an easy question. I mean, there's a lot of pride that comes with being a Versailles Tiger, right? Talk about it a little bit.
Just showing up for the community and
I think it means a lot to play for Versailles with just knowing all the stories from all the older parents who played for Al Hetrick and to be a part of that program and try to carry it on and gain respect back from all the teams that we didn't do too well for the past couple seasons. But yeah, it means a lot.
It's an honor because you get to have great facilities and a lot of people are invested in the program, and you just, even when you don't feel like practicing, it's hard. You could just be grateful that you get to play for Versailles and go compete.
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to play for the community that really supports football and likes the sport. So yeah.
Coach, give me some strengths about this year's team. Where will you guys excel on the football field?
I'm hoping it's depth. We have 23 seniors, so depth should help out. Especially early on when the weather's hot. When we find out who we are. The senior leadership. These 4 heroes are the captains. They want to win. They're competitors. They see it. See it in the other sports that they play and things like that. So the leadership and the depth and the competitiveness, they want to get things back rolling again. So.
Players, what do you think your strengths are going to be this season?
we'll be more conditioned than we were the past few years, and we'll know our assignments more.
I think our strengths are going to be we have 23 seniors this year and quite a few returning lettermen, so we're going to have more experience on the field with just everybody who's around.
I think one of our biggest strengths is going to be finishing every play and physicality. We got a lot of old guys, like 18 juniors, something like that, so a lot of returning lettermen. Should be a very experienced team.
Yeah, with all the returning lettermen, I feel like we have a very, very experienced team, and then also being able to finish through every play with conditioning we've been doing, be able to stay, conditioned, be able to go all the way through the games.
I want to hear from the players and you as well, Coach. I assume you guys scrimmaged over the last couple days, right? Who did you scrimmage, and talk about how you think that went?
We scrimmaged Butler and Vandalia, Butler, and Eaton. I think it went well. We learned a lot and learned what we need to work on.
Give me something you need to work on.
Just finishing through all plays and our assignments. Yeah, our assignments.
How about the rest of you? What went well?
I think it went pretty well because it was our first time being able to, with the new plays that we got throughout the season, and to go against another team and go full go. I think it was a really good learning experience and a lot more conditioned this year for sure. Felt great on the football field.
I'd say it went pretty well for a new offense and defense. I'd say the assignments were pretty well. I don't think we really messed up too many plays. Obviously, you can just continue to work on the plays, the timing, and tackling on defense is always something to work on as well.
Very good.
Yeah, I think it went well as well. I just think we need to work on some things with the offense, but other than that, I think we did really well.
Coach, did you come out healthy?
For the most part.
Good.
Yeah. One of the guys I go to quite a bit for some advice, he always said, how physical are you? You come out, I think we played pretty physical. How in shape are you? I feel like we were pretty much in shape there out of the three teams, and then it's health. And, for the most part we were, and, we can bring that back up. But, yeah, I thought it was a good first scrimmage.
I want to hear from the players. A lot of you guys have mentioned conditioning and things like that. So when you talk about conditioning, is it just running sprints after practice? Is it the tempo of practice? How do you get all that conditioning accomplished? Talk to me about that.
It's a tempo of practice and sprints.
Yeah, I'd say, well, we had a few days where the last hour of practice was just tough conditioning and a lot of mental work too. It's mental conditioning too. The tempo of practice is always sprinting around, place to place, no walking on the field, and it gets you in shape.
I think it's all of them. With the tempo, the sprints after practice, gets you conditions for, later in the game, whenever you got to push, that fourth quarter, get things done. So, yeah.
Coach, I don't want you to give away too much, but what will you kind of look like offensively and defensively this year?
There's going to be at least one tight end on the field. That's what offense is. We want to run the ball. So that's where things will start. We play against a pretty tough team. They're going to figure that out pretty quick. But we have some guys on the outside that can make plays as well. But it starts out front. So a lot of there'll be a tight end. Sometimes two, sometimes three. So we'll have that. Defensively, we're still in an even front. And do some things obviously differently on the back end. So more of a 4-3 and maybe some other things that we can do. It is all a little bit different for them, but it's starting to come together.
Players, talk a little bit about what it's like. I asked you about playing for Versailles. What's it like playing in the MAC conference, one of the most, maybe the most highly respected conference in the state of Ohio? Talk about what it's like week to week grinding through that.
Well, each week, you got to bring it. There's no real easy games. Starting week 3 all the way to the end of the season, you got a tough opponent every single week, and you can't really relax at all.
Yeah, plus within the MAC, you feel like you're always going to face someone tough. Or you never know which way games are going to go. So it makes it fun, makes games, competitive. Yeah.
Anybody else?
We basically hit the points. I grew up in the MAC, so I don't know.
Sounds like they hit them all. Coach, take me through. You played for Coach Hetrick. How has he shaped Versailles and maybe you as well, and as now as you become a head coach?
Yeah, he was like almost another father to me. He just always seemed like he knew what was going on. Not that my grandparents and stuff like that. There was a time, and I don't know how he knew. He brought me in at some point. So just having that person to go to. I got to coach with him a little bit at Brookville when I went there. For those couple of years, he was there, so I got to spend some more time there. And with that, I got to meet his son Mike, and Mike and I still talk all the time now. So. We got that friendship, and, but he always had, that wasn't just me, that was everybody. When you spend that long at a place, you impact a lot of lives. And so, that's what, obviously with the passing, a lot of people lost their huge role models. And so, that's where, that's what I know. And that's, it wasn't just saying there were some other coaches that I had kind of developed who I am as a coach. That's what I want to do. I'm almost 40 years old and I still think of those things. And that's hopefully I can just give some of that, back to how important it is. And, it's so much more than football. It's just life, all the life skills. A lot of people use them or say them as it's nice to just say that, but he was truly the one, that did it, and, he just impacted so many people, including himself. So hopefully I'm able to do that a little bit, even a small percentage is probably still alive, compared to him. But, to teach these guys and their teammates, what those little, focusing on those little things and what that's all about. Hopefully I can do some of that.
Good stuff.
Last question for you guys. Who do you open up with week 1?
Harvest Prep.
Did you play them last year, week 1?
Nope.
Okay. Have you learned anything about him yet?
They got a good quarterback. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kallenbach, yeah.
We'll be, we're taking things week by week here and for kids and trying to keep them focused on class, right now. So we'll get there soon.
Last thing for you guys. I know you play in Versailles, you play in the MAC, so I know you're tough. But who's the baddest dude on this year's team? Who's the toughest dude you don't want to go up against in practice?
Ben Kaiser.
Ben Kaiser.
Yeah, definitely Ben. It's either Ben or here Nate.
It's Ben Kaiser.
Ben's a bad man. How big is he? Because you're pretty big, Nate.
Yeah, 6'7", 240 pounds, and a wrestling state champion. And a sophomore.
Jeez. He's only going to get bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I'm good. You good, Coach?
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck, guys.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gerken companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gerken companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate, caring, and trustworthy individuals who want to grow alongside us. We pride ourselves on offering a generous benefits package, continuous training, top-notch equipment, and a workplace culture that celebrates and rewards hard work. At the Gerken companies, we understand that where you work matters. So whether you have years of industry experience or are just starting your career, we encourage you to apply. Ready to take the next step in building a brighter future with us? Discover our current job openings at gerkencompanies.com/careers today.
The Versailles Feed Mill wishes the Versailles Tigers and all the other area athletes the best of luck this upcoming season. We here at the Versailles Feed Mill are your local Hubbard feeds dealer and grain elevator, buying grain from area farmers such as corn, soybeans, and wheat. Family owned and operated since 1973. Come on out and see us at 242 Northwest Street in Versailles for all your feed and grain processing needs. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to our Kickoff Tailgate presented by the Gerken companies. Go see Robbie Myers over there if you've not signed up for the offering from the Gerken companies. Thank you to Robbie and the Gerken companies for sponsoring us. Also, Jeff Marshall, the Versailles Feed Mill, thank you for his support. He has been a big supporter of ours, and we can't thank him enough. Also to Mike Borman and Trent Beckman here at McSilver Saloon. They graciously are hosting us today, a staple here in Mac Country.
I think one of the great names of any establishment in Northwest Ohio. I can't get over the name. Love it.
I love it. I love it too. Now I'm joined by Chris Schmidt and the New Bremen guys. Coach, thank you so much for making the trip. We appreciate it. Always good to talk to you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Players, introduce yourselves, please, and what positions you play.
Gavin Dickey, quarterback and safety.
Tommy McNaughton, cornerback and wide receiver.
Gavin Mesher, and offensive tackle and defensive end.
Aiden Holman, offensive tackle.
Jacob Kelly, running back and outside linebacker.
Great. Glad to have you guys here. Players, what can we expect from New Bremen this season? Where will you guys excel on the football field?
I would have to say a team that's very talented, but not just in depth, but in coming to play type of mindset. Yep.
Anybody else want to jump in?
Yeah, I think this year we're going to use our experience a lot. I think we got a lot of 2-3-year guys that show a lot of senior leadership. And I think we can use that and help us excel in some areas that we may have lacked going into the offseason. But coming out of the offseason, I think it will prove that our leadership really showed through.
Coach, did they hit it all, or what would be your strength this season?
Well, I think that's. I think they did hit on it quite a bit. We have some guys that are back that have quite a few experience. We have some guys that will be stepping into some new roles, but are also older guys. So, seniors that may be, were kind of those role players last year, but now have to step into that. So we do have some experience that we can rely on. I think we're still, working it out as far as what we're gonna, who we're gonna be in terms of what that's gonna look like. But yeah, I've been pleased with the Sooners so far and how they led here in the preseason and offseason.
Sometimes it's tough interviewing the players from MAC schools. You know why? Because they don't say a whole lot, and that's because this league, I think, is more business than it is yapping, right?
Yeah.
But this is your one chance to open up a little bit. So I want to know from each of you guys, as I said to the Versailles guys, and you guys know this, the MAC conference is so well respected, right? Not maybe, the best small school conference in the state of Ohio. What's it like competing in the MAC, knowing week in and week out what a grind it's going to be?
It's definitely great. It's definitely a great opportunity every week. I mean, you can, no matter what school you play each week, it's still great competition. Even if you come out of you get back-to-back weeks of, it's gonna be nail biter. All four quarters are gonna matter. I mean, it's just great.
Great answer.
I also think I think it's almost fun because you know that you're gonna have a hard game to play, so you're not stepping into an easy game every week. So I just think having the hard competition, hard games, that you have to dig and dig to make sure that you can come out with victory or a tough loss is always fun.
I think there's just a different type of football you play in the MAC. And some high school football teams, you can just run your own stuff and it'll work all the time. In the MAC, you got to game plan a little bit more for your opponents because they're just going to be so great at their specific thing. You got to go around it in some cases, and that just changes the whole way you play football.
It's a good answer.
Yeah, playing in the MAC, it's kind of like a different, breath of air compared to other, leagues around the state. Everyone's tough. Everyone wants it just as bad as you. There's not, any other team that's taking a second off. Everyone's grinding the same amount as that you are. And it's kind of like the great thing about it. It's tough opponents every week.
Yeah, I think the MAC is definitely it's a great conference. It's one of those conferences where the best team is going to rise and everybody's going to try and rise with them, which is what makes it so competitive. And I think that's why a lot of state titles come out of it, because the best team out of the MAC is they've grinded the whole year. So once they hit playoffs, they've been just at it all year. They don't slow down.
You know what I think the coolest thing about the MAC is? What I respect the most is the mutual respect that you guys have for your opponents, win or lose. We saw that St. Henry Marion local playoff game last year when St. Henry won that game, and they didn't act like a bunch of goofballs. It was all business. It was all respect. Talk about why there is that level of respect. Is it your families? Is it the communities? Is it your school? What is it?
I think it's just a matter of everybody kind of knows each other around here. So, I mean, when you lose, you're going to see them the next day somewhere, somehow. And I think that kind of you build that mutual respect because you both talk about how much you're grinding and how much you're just working towards that goal.
Anybody else?
I'd have to say that multiple sport athletes have a big thing to do with it. So if you're seeing the same opponents in basketball and in football, and when you run track, you create some sort of relationship with the players in your grade, and that rubs off in that way.
Good. Very good. Thank you, guys.
Coach, do you have some thoughts on why there's so much respect in this conference down here?
I think it's, the communities are very similar, kind of tight-knit. Families, dynamic is really important too. The faith dynamic is really important too. Those things kind of, I think, bind the communities together. There's a lot of pride, obviously, amongst the schools and the competition. But at the same time, there's that respect. And I didn't grow up at a MAC school, but being part of it, it's really cool to see how the schools support each other. They want to beat each other desperately, but then this team knocks that team out. You'll see fans from that team that got knocked out. They'll be out that next playoff game, tournament game, cheering on the MAC. Just really neat to be a part of. And there's a lot of respect. You guys mentioned it. A lot of families that know each other or relatives. But then also just everybody knows how hard they're working and trying to do good.
What's your analysis of the MAC this season, Coach?
Pretty much the same it's always been since I've been at the MAC and been associated with Mackers. I think this is going to be year 12. Coldwater and Marion are always at the top. They've kind of demonstrated that they deserve that respect. So they're always up there. You assume they're going to be up there. It's always been interesting that there's always been a third team that kind of rises. You don't know who it's going to be. Sometimes you may anticipate, but there's always been kind of this team that who's going to challenge those two at the top of the standings there. And it's a bit of a revolving door. Like, last year, St. Henry. But, Versailles has been that before. Anna's been that before. Minster. There's a couple years that maybe, we were that team. And so that's kind of the interesting part is that, Coldwater will be up the top. But who's kind of next? And who kind of maybe can separate themselves from the pack? Because it was really, really balanced last year. I don't know if it had ever been that balanced in terms of how close the teams were in level of competition. It's always competitive, but it just seemed like it was even more so last year.
I know you guys take it one game at a time, right? Week to week. Your only focus now is on your first opponent, right? But look ahead a little bit. Who do you really enjoy competing against in the MAC conference? What opponent do you really look forward to if you could only pick one? Is it Minster? Who is it?
I think I speak for everyone at this table. It's definitely Minster. Okay. I mean, being not even 5 minutes away from them, run into them a lot. Like wherever we're going, we see Minster people. I mean, it's great. We like that crosstown rivalry kind of feeling. It's great playing them every year, and looking forward to that game.
Is he right? Did he speak for all you guys?
Yeah.
I don't, I couldn't tell you with any definitive certainty that I can tell you where New Bremen ends and Minster begins. Because it's kind of, if you're from out of town, you just kind of roll one into the other. And so that's kind of the unique thing, too, is that you obviously have these back communities and neighboring communities, but, we're really a neighboring community. So, again, a lot of respect, but certainly they're our biggest rivals.
All right, players, I want to know who your toughest dude is on this year's New Bremen team. Who's the guy? Is he sitting at this table, or is it somebody else?
The guy is Ryan Licklider. He's what you would expect out of a tough player. Not really a speaking type, so he's not here today. But he's a tough player. Last year we had a really great senior defensive lineman, so he kind of fell a little bit under him. I feel this year he's going to shine to the stage.
What grade is he in?
Senior.
He'll be a senior. Okay. All right. You other four agree with that? You were all shaking your heads.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to go up against him ever, right?
No.
I think there's some other good candidates. I mean, I think Nolan Heinck is one of those guys. I mean, he's like a really fun. He's like really easygoing guy. But once he puts that helmet on, he's really a different person.
What position does he play?
He's a middle linebacker.
He'll hit you?
Oh yeah.
I love it.
That's great.
I'm good.
You're good?
I'm good, Lynn.
I'm good too. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Good luck to New Bremen this season. Have a good year, guys. All right.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gerken Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gerken Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals in various roles. With a generous benefits package, ongoing training, and a culture that rewards effort, we offer a path to a fulfilling career. Visit GherkenCompanies.com/careers to learn more and apply today.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Welcome back to our Kickoff Tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, joined by our first Western Buckeye League, or second, I should say, of the day, Zach Turner and Kenton. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys making the trip over. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys having us and letting us be a part of it. And, it's an awesome thing, and, it's a cool environment. So we appreciate you asking us.
Thank you. Players, introduce yourselves, please, and what positions you play.
Hi, I'm Jaden Mustaine. I'm number 27. I play middle linebacker and running back.
I'm Maddox McFarland. I'm number 2. I play receiver.
I'm Xavier Gammon. I'm number 13. I play quarterback.
I'm Mason Raffner, number 64, right guard and outside linebacker.
I'm Lincoln Hama. I'm number 5, and I play safety and receiver.
McFarland, you're a pretty big dude for a receiver.
Yeah.
Are you like a slot receiver, a wideout, a tight end? What are you?
I do it all. Everything. Anything the team needs me to do, I do it. But primarily I play slot receiver. So, yeah.
You look like you might be hard to bring down, so that's good.
Yeah, some of our coaches would say that.
All right, I'm just going to ask, who's the toughest dude on this year's team?
Right here.
You're the guy?
It's right here.
Do you agree? The rest of you agree?
It's me. It's me.
No way.
Don't let them lie to you.
He was in a booth.
There's some dissension here.
I like these Kenton guys already. They're not afraid to talk.
We need that. I think you got to have every guy thinking they're the toughest guy on the team, and you want them to rub off on each other, and they compete pretty well in practice, which I'm pretty happy about. They like to go at each other and compete, and we keep score a lot of times, so they know the losing team has something, and they're all getting after each other, so it's a good thing.
Who's been the winning team more often, and how do you split your teams up, guys?
Normally we have like our coaches draft teams, so they'll draft a younger underclassmen team, and they'll draft a upperclassmen team, and then we'll just go after it. But actually Lincoln and his little brother Leighton have been getting after it. They've won both times so far. So
okay.
Yeah.
Do you switch teams at all, or it's always the same?
No, they drafted the teams I think last Monday, and then we've just kept them so far.
Okay. All right. Tell me about your strengths of this year's team, guys. What will stick out for Kenton this season?
This year we put a big emphasis on strength and mental toughness. That's been our big thing. I don't think we've had that the past past couple years, so this year I think we're going to have a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in the weight room since December, but big, heavy lifts and getting stronger, getting more conditioned than past teams.
One of the main things is we put a real big emphasis on our standard, which is best, and I feel like our team has been doing a really good job of holding that standard this year.
We're looking for tough kids. This year has had some of the most electric workouts, like high intensity, that I've ever experienced.
We haven't only been working on our physical toughness, but also our mental toughness. It's going to be hard to get in our guys' heads this year. A lot of talking going to WBL, but I think we're ready.
Why is that? Why are you more mentally tough this season? Is it player-driven, coach-driven? What has been the change?
It's been a lot more player-driven. We've had a lot more leaders, and we haven't had a lot of it. And this year we're having a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden said it all. So
who's your rah-rah guy? Who gets you guys going?
I mean, we don't have one. It's kind of all of us.
All of you.
It's all of us.
You guys all are vocal.
Yeah.
Is that true, Coach? These guys are all?
Yeah, I think the big thing for these guys is, they're a player-led team. It's one thing, we've been harping on them about, and, trying to get them to just take the reins of the team. And, if you go in our weight room and all that, we'll tell them what they're supposed to do, but they take and get after it. Same way at practice, like when they're doing a drill, like we explain the drill, but, they're barking at each other and, pushing each other and telling each other they got to, be that standard, and you stand at best. And I think it's the one thing we came into the season I talked about, and everybody talks about culture. And the big thing I try and tell them, like, culture is how you feel. You can have a great culture and feel good every day when you show up, but it doesn't mean you're getting results or you're practicing the way you should be or doing the things you should be. The standard doesn't care about how you feel. It's what you put out, what's your results. And the one thing I've been telling them, like, every day, the standard is being your best. What's the best you have to give? And they kind of ran with it, and these 5 guys, and there's some other guys on our team that's really taking the reins of it, and it's pushed each other. And like they said, there's a huge emphasis on our weight room and getting stronger, and they've welcomed that with open arms. There's a couple times in spring I think they walked away from workouts and they're like, man, what are we doing? And that's what I try to explain to them, like, we have to break you guys down a little bit to rebuild you and make you stronger. And once they kind of figured that out, it's been full steam ahead. So I'm super proud of these guys for that.
Very good, Coach. And you guys all kind of answered what I was going to ask next. You kind of all touched on it, but it's been Wapak at the top of the mountain for the last few years, right? But for a long, long time, it was the Kenton Wildcats. Kenton was the standard in the WBL. What's it going to take? And again, you guys have touched on some of this stuff with the standard and the mental toughness and things. What's it going to take for Kenton to get back towards the top of the WBL?
Doing what we're taught. Everyone doing their job, and the mental toughness is a big thing, and it's just everyone doing their 111th.
I mean, a lot of it is mental toughness. Those guys at the top, they think they're big, bad, unbeatable. If you can not let them get in your head and just keep pushing to be the best player, most of the times you'll come out on top.
I think one of the main thing is maintaining the standard. That's obviously a big thing. Obviously, give your best every play. And then aside from just play, like doing the little things right, because that carries over onto the field. So I feel like we're on the right track right now, and we just got to keep it going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's all the little aspects of football that make it such a great game, and the togetherness of our team is going to drive us to be better.
I would say this year we've had a lot more heart. Like players on this team now, they love football. It's not just discipline, because discipline only gets you so far in the game. You got to have your heart to win the fourth quarter, which is a big thing that we're focused on this year, is winning the fourth quarter.
You guys probably know about the tradition of Kenton going back to the mock days. You guys remember, you learned about them kind of maybe before many of you were born, but what do you know about Kenton football and the tradition?
Kind of like our standard of best. Our town is built off blue collar and toughness, and that's what we try to bring to the table.
I mean, our 25th anniversary of our first state championships this year, so we spent last Thursday watching our highlights from the entire season. I mean, it's just bad dudes that were being bad dudes.
I mean, obviously being a quarterback, I look up to both the Mock brothers. My dad was good friends with both of them and stuff like that. So I've been fortunate enough to grow up watching their highlights and everything like that. So I try to model my game somewhat off of them, and I feel like that's a big thing in my game.
The Kenton tradition, I mean, everybody in Kenton has some sort of family member that used to play Kenton football, and you drive by on Friday night, you see the Friday night lights, everybody wants to play football.
Yeah, I mean, toughness runs through Kenton. Not only toughness, but that team, they played tough, and they played with the swagger that we need to bring back.
Are there some guys? Go ahead, Coach.
So they touched on it a little bit. It's funny you asked that question. So this is our 25th year reunion, and like Maddox said, on last Thursday we watched the 01 highlight film. We're super fortunate as a staff and as a program. We had Brandon Cornell's back coaching with us, and he was a huge part of the 01 team. Nate Mans was a huge part of the 01 team. And then our defense coordinator, Coach Fackler, he was the defense coordinator of the 01 team. And we had a couple other guys come back and just share their stories, and for them to see what that level looked like, I think is important. And, right now, like they said, we haven't reached that standard. So, these is a group of guys that are trying to jumpstart and get that standard back for us. We had that tradition again. And I think, just watching that little bit reminds them of where we've been and what we can be. But they touched on it a little bit. It's the different is the belief. You got to believe in yourself. And I think that's the biggest thing watching, those guys growing up and, going through the program myself was every Friday night we stepped on the field. We believed, and we wholeheartely knew in our hearts we were going to win the game. Did it always happen? No, but we believe we were, and that belief is so powerful. And that's the biggest thing. With the mental toughness and all that, you have to number one believe in yourself and believe that you're capable of winning that game on Friday night. Because if you don't believe, no one else will. And I think it's a big thing they're bringing back for us. And when they step on the field, they're confident and they're ready to go play. So I think it's a huge thing. But also having some guys on that 01 team, come back, and Lincoln talked about the swagger. I mean, and there's nobody who has a bigger, swagger than Coach Cornell. If you talk to these guys, he is the ultimate guy, charismatic and all that. So, he's rubbing off on our team in a great way too.
Coach, when I think of those great Kenton teams, I think of that wide open offense and all those points they scored. Do you guys look anything like that offensively, like scheme-wise? Is that what you're still trying to do?
We're still a lot of the same stuff. Run and shoot. Our vertical game's all run and shoot, side adjustment. A lot of the same things. We'll be empty. We do have a back in the backfield a little bit. As Jaden said, he'll be a running back. And, we try to do, I think that defenses have changed so much since, early 2000s. You get a lot more pattern matching and things like that. And if you just line up in one or two formations, it makes the defensive practice really easy that week. So, we try to put some guys in conflict and things like that. But as far as the DNA goes, our DNA is pretty much the same. You know, we're going to throw the ball around and we're going to be empty and do those kind of things. So the DNA of it is the same, but the eye appeal of it may look a little different at times. But, you know, we'll still have no back in the backfield and, you know, be 5 wide.
Very good.
How much time we got?
We're good. 11 minutes. Got 1 minute if you want.
All right.
Players, anything you want to leave us with? What should people know about the Kenton Wildcats 2026?
We're not the same team as we was last year.
Love it.
I was going to say the same thing. It's a different team.
But why are you not the same team?
We're buying in to what our coaches are giving to us. We're using what we're taught, using everything that they've taught us, we've learned. So, yeah.
We're older, tougher, smarter. We know our jobs a lot better. Like, as the years go on, like Jaden being a senior, like he knows his role. Like he knows what he's supposed to do on every play. And as I get older, I get to know what I'm supposed to do. And like same thing with all these guys. So I feel like that's a big part in our game.
Yeah, even all the way down to the younger guys, like knowing their role on scout team offense. Like everybody's doing their part. Even if it's not on the Friday night field, everyone's doing their part.
I would just say belief.
Love it.
Great. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Good luck this season. We'll be following you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back to our kickoff tailgate presented by the Gerken companies. The Parkway guys are seeing Robbie Myers get their tickets filled out. Did you guys get your tickets filled out over there? All right. Hopefully you guys you guys win something. Yeah. Joined now by the crew from Celina. Just players here with us today, but we appreciate you guys making the trip down. Yep, Thank you guys. Introduce yourselves, please, and what positions you play.
My name's Cash Patrick. I play left guard and nose tackle.
Parker Wink. I play quarterback.
Jake Kloschman. I play receiver.
Caleb Schlitter. I play tight end and DN.
All right. What's going to be the better unit, offense or defense? We got a couple offensive guys there in the middle. Who's going to be better this year?
I would say our defense.
Defense?
Our defense for sure, because we have more guys returning.
Yeah.
Your defense is going to be good. What do you offensive guys say?
As a quarterback, I feel like our offense is looking pretty good right now. I feel like our offense and defense are going to be solid, but I think offense will be a little better.
Okay.
Definitely the offense.
Now he plays both sides.
We got a lot of good defensive guys returning this year, so we'll see.
Okay, all right.
So if I'm watching, if I'm going to show up and watch Celina play offense, what am I going to see? Do you guys spread it out? Do you run the ball? Are you guys pretty balanced?
We have definitely a balanced attack. Depends on who we're playing. Like if they load the box, we'll obviously look to throw it. If not, we'll look to run it and then just go from there.
Can you run it at all at quarterback?
Yeah, this year I'm definitely a lot quicker and I'll be able to help with the running game.
Good. Cash, how big are you? What are your dimensions?
I'm 6'6", 285.
Wow.
Now, if Coach Bader, wants to throw you a bone and put you at tight end or something, could you catch a pass? Could he catch one?
I could definitely catch one.
Or your hands not very good? His hands aren't very good.
We've seen him in practice try to catch.
You've tried to throw some to him and he can't.
Yeah.
No, you have not.
I don't know.
Coach, trying to help you out here. Give my man a bone this season. Or maybe could you run it?
Yeah, I could run it.
You guys you know who the fridge is that played for the Bears? Put you in the backfield at goal line.
We can't do that.
Could he do that?
Yeah, I feel like he could.
All right.
Handoff might not be too good, but
Go ahead, Coach.
Guys, you guys probably just had a scrimmage within the last couple days, right? Who'd you scrimmage, and what went well? What maybe do you need to improve on?
We scrimmaged Bell Fallon. I think what we did really well on was the run. They couldn't stop us in the run, and then the pass protection. Wink had all the time in the world to throw the ball. And then things we need to work on is probably reading the holes better, catching up blitzes.
I think our effort, for the most part, was there. Sometimes we were lacking energy, so we need to work on that, be able to come out of the gate strong. But overall, I think it was pretty solid.
I would say the passing game and the running game were both solid. I would say the one thing we need to improve on is definitely the energy before the game.
Yeah, effort's there. I mean, one of the things I think we could get better is maybe the secondary a little bit. But other than that, I think we're pretty solid.
Who's going to get you guys going for week one? You have the defending state champs, right? St. Henry.
Yeah.
Who's going to get you guys going for that game?
I think us four right here are definitely the main leaders on the team. We look to get the team typed up in practice on like a hot day. Just try to bring the energy, help everybody like focus on the main goal. Practice, it's not always fun, but you got to do it to win games. So Friday nights are worth it.
And I think the mentality that we're going in with this season is definitely we're going in to win. We're not going in thinking we're going to lose. Because last year we was a first half team. If you go back and look at all the games, that's the way we played. For some reason we couldn't get it up in the second half. But this year we'll be a full game team.
What's the difference? Why were you guys a first half team? Why did you have trouble getting it cranked up for the second half?
I would say the seniors, love the seniors, but they didn't really lead as a senior. I would say it was mostly me leading a sophomore, trying to help the team up, get the team ready to go. And I feel like I can only do that the first half and not the second half.
You got anything? I'm good.
Touch on the WBL. Walpock has been at the top since
Yeah.
2018. Take out the COVID year, obviously. But they've been at the top. What will it take for you guys to get up there?
I think we got a lot of chemistry this year as a team, and I feel like that we'll be able to come together late game situations, lean on each other, and make big plays to help us win games like that.
Take me through the WBL, you two guys at the end.
Yeah.
It's a grind every week. You're going up against good competition.
Yeah.
You have St. Henry week one, and then you get into the WBL. What makes the WBL so challenging from a player standpoint?
This year the teams are all pretty even, I'd say. We're all on the same level, same age and stuff. So it'll definitely be tougher this year, due to everybody being the same. It's even competition.
I feel like every team's big and physical and has a run game, and their defenses are all pretty solid. So I feel like that's why it's pretty even and it's tough to win every game.
I would also say the league this year, it comes up with a lot of talent. WBL has a lot more Division I talent this year, I think, any year that it has. Since the Malk brothers, probably since Kenton. You have Xavier Kelly, Crummy, me, and all these four guys here can all go somewhere big too. It's about bringing that recognition to the WBL.
You guys have some ideas in mind? Is it the next level? Where are you guys at in that aspect?
You go first.
As of right now, I'm looking to play at Indiana. I'm on 2 game days there for Ohio State and North Texas, and then a few other ones that we're going to keep down low.
Awesome.
But the definite goal is to play in college, be at the best, All-American, and then go to NFL.
What about my Wolverines, Cash? You want to go up and play in Ann Arbor or no?
I'm a big fan of them for wrestling. The wrestling coach follows me. So, if that comes about, who knows? Might be both.
All right.
We'll just see what pops up.
I'd like to see you in the maize and blue someday.
No. I'd rather see it in Indiana than Michigan.
Yeah. Right now I have some D3 interest, but I'm hoping to have a good season to be able to get some more D2 offers and then see where I go from there.
I have no interest from college.
I'm just looking around. We'll figure it out. See where the wind takes me.
Okay. All right.
I want you guys, I know the most important opponent is whoever's next on the schedule, right? But everybody has a school or a team they really enjoy competing against. For you guys at Celina, who do you really look forward to competing against in the WBL?
I would, of course, say Mary's, but another team would be Elida. The past 3 years or 2, we shouldn't have lost to them. Last year, it was 21-21 first half, and then second half, we did horrible. I don't know what happened. So we can definitely beat Elida because we beat them. We would have been 2 spots higher in the playoffs. So St. Mary's and Elida is on my list.
For me, definitely the team across the lake because, that's what the biggest game of the season is. Coaches talk about it all whole year. And then the next one would probably be Walpock because they're always at the top. Always want to knock them off and feel good about yourself.
Obviously, again, St. Mary's. And then I'd say probably Van Wert as well because it was a very good game last year and we competed very well with them.
Love it.
Yeah, obviously the rivalry, but then I'm with Van Wert too because they got some guys our age, Zach Crummy, Xavier Kelly. They're pretty good guys, and it's fun to go against them.
I know Cashier is the biggest dude up here. Who's the baddest dude on your team, though? Is it him? Is this the guy you don't want to go up against in practice? Or is there somebody tougher? I'll protect you if you say it's not cash.
No, it's definitely Cash. I mean, he always brings the energy. I wouldn't want to go against him. I wouldn't want to be tackled by him. I think anybody would say that.
I would say our two linebackers, Matt and Adam. They are both very mean. I'd say.
There's something.
Cash, are you afraid of those two linebackers or not?
No, I've had my fair share of pancakes with them, but they're tough guys. That's for sure.
But pound for pound, they're tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you on the end? Toughest?
Toughest, probably Cash. I'd go with Cash.
All right.
For sure.
Take me through the WBL a little bit. Walpock's been up there. They the favorite again? What are you guys' thoughts? I know you've talked a lot about Van Wert. St. Mary's is always good.
My opinion, I feel like we should be the favorite because I feel like we have a lot of guys returning. Walpock lost about their entire varsity, if you really think about it. All those guys are 4-year starters. So you have Caleb, Caden, Jarrett, Andre, all those guys are gone. So I feel like Walpock's going to have a tough year readjusting, but they have great coaching there by Coach Moyer. And then I think that's it. I just lost one play.
I feel like Van Wert will definitely be a tough game for us, but I think we'll be right at the top with them. I mean, I think that'll hopefully decide it. I mean, Walpock will definitely be solid, and St. Mary's too, but I think it'll be us up there with Van Wert.
I'd have to agree to us at the top, but definitely Walpock and St. Mary's there too.
I would think Walpock, Van Wert, and St. Mary's will be some of our biggest competition this year.
Okay.
I love it.
How much time we got?
Got about 1 minute. Got about 1 minute left. Guys, anything you want to add? You guys have been great.
You guys have been great.
You guys have been great. Even
Without a coach here.
Yep. You guys have been great. Anything else you would like our listeners to know about the 2026 Celina Bulldogs?
We're just coming to play fast and nasty, I guess.
Yeah.
We're coming for it all.
Fast and nasty.
Yep.
That's what we need to know. Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it. Guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys stopping down. Have a good year, all right? Good luck to you guys, all right?
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Attention high school seniors. Are you ready to build your future? Join the Gerken Companies, a leader in road construction and material supply. Whether you're a hands-on person or love working behind the scenes, we have a place for you. At Gerken, we don't just construct roads, we create lasting careers. Enjoy outstanding benefits, ongoing training, and a workplace that feels like family. Visit GherkenCompanies.com/careers and start shaping your future today.
By the crew from Parkway and first-year head coach Kenton and Lynn. I have them chat with us here for a little bit. First-year head coach, players, introduce yourselves and the positions you play, please.
My name is Mason Ackley, and I play left tackle and defensive line.
I'm Perry Sweeterman, and I play quarterback.
I'm Luke Brewer, and I play running back and middle linebacker.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Coach, take us through the process since you've taken over earlier this year and where you're at with the new season coming up.
I mean, we just finished up our first scrimmage on Friday, which went well. Obviously these guys are a key component to us and the season, and obviously our standard is chasing best, and these guys exemplify that, and we're doing that every day, just stacking days.
Coach, for those who may not know you, I know this isn't your first rodeo. You've got a nice coaching background. Can you talk a little bit about your background and maybe who some of your mentors and influences have been?
There's a few of them. Obviously, my head coach in high school, Coach Hetrick, was a really good mentor. Was able to obviously play for him and coach with him. Coach Otten here at Coldwater, Coach Kelly down at UD. Obviously Coach Niblett over in Gainesville, where I came from. So a lot of good men that I've been able to be around, learn from, and obviously, hopefully, try to emulate in certain ways.
What was so alluring about Parkway and getting back into this area, Coach?
I mean, getting back to my family. Being down in Gainesville, you don't get around your family as much. I know people in the Parkway district, which was kind of hooked me a little bit as far as coming over and listening to what they had to say. And got a good admin right now, good superintendent. So they really want to win, and they're investing in winning, and that was important to me. So and then obviously, the kids at Parkway have been buying in. These kids are no different than any other kids that walk the hallways in any other MAC school. So I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. Players, take me through how you get this thing turned around at Parkway. It's not easy in this league, I know, but what will it take?
It definitely takes a lot of hard work. People have been showing up all off season. The people that show up are going to work.
I think it's just the mentality. We have a lot better mentality this year, and how we're flying around to the football. We're chasing getting better,
I think it's going to take everything we got, all body, all heart, all mindset. It's to change a program. It's not something easy. To change what Parkway's been for the last 34 years is not easy. It's going to take everything the whole community has, not just players, coaches, staff. It's going to take everything.
I'd like to hear from the players. What's it been like with the transition with your new coach?
I think the transition with the new coach was very, very smooth. He made us feel very welcoming for him. He was trying to. He's just really smooth.
I got you.
I really like the coaches.
I got you. We were able to pick things up pretty quick. We're obviously still putting plays in and all that, but we've been able to figure things out. Lifts were smooth. Just meeting everybody. Everyone on the staff is really nice, really cool, and it's just nice to be able to get to know them.
In my opinion, it was a little scary because third head coach, I don't really know what to expect anymore. It was kind of scary hearing from this guy all the way down in Georgia who used to live here, coming back up and trying to help change the program. And then once I finally met him, I was just like, I love this guy. I would die on a hill for this guy. And then once I met all the other coaches, it was like same exact feeling, same thing.
Coach, talk about putting a staff together as the new head man at Parkway.
It was kind of easy for me because I'd already contacted guys that have coached with me before. Pretty much everybody on the staff had coached with me one time or another, except two. The one coach I had to bring in kind of late, but my defensive coordinator was a head college coach, Coach Stid, which has been a great addition. So I think we got a great staff. The staff has a lot of energy, buying in. I told the staff that I need them committed to 2, 3, 4 years to get this thing turned around because we need continuity. The kids need that. I think the kids will feed off those things, and I think that's what's really been the speed of what we've had so far as the turnaround and the buy-in is just, I think the staff and the kids really relate well, and relationships are the main thing to getting something turned around.
Coach, where do you start? A program that has had some struggles in the toughest small conference league in Ohio. Where do you start to try to build this thing?
Day one when I came in and talked to the fellas, the standard is chasing best, and we need to stack days. We can't take, days off. We can't take days where we step back. We always got to have, the best day. And chasing best is chasing their best, whether it's in the classroom, on the field, as a person, and establishing that. And I think these, obviously Mason and Luke and Ren, the seniors, and then obviously Perry being the quarterback is just, obviously a natural leader because you have to be a leader if you're going to be the quarterback of the offense. So I think that's kind of been the most important thing is those guys buying in, to something that is going to uplift the program. Because like Luke said, and I talked about this in my first meeting was, it's not easy, when you have coaching changes, because every coach is coming in, they're going to give their spiel or whatever, but I kind of, set a foundation of, kind of what we're going to do, as far as, getting this thing going. And again, it's about building relationships with these guys. And I think we've done that. Still a lot to go. Got another week, to prepare for our last scrimmage. So it's been good.
Players, tell me where the strengths will be on this year's teams. Where will you guys excel?
I think a lot of it is I think the offensive line has improved a lot with Coach Leakey, our techniques, everything about it. I think he has improved us a lot more than last year.
I think our backfield will be one of our strongest strengths. We have 3 really good running backs. Obviously, I can run. We'll be able to run power football, run outside, be able to work.
I think the defense, just the whole defense, with the new coordinator, I've never seen at Parkway, I've never seen all 11 guys fly to the ball one to hit someone like we did at the scrimmage on Friday. I think the defense will be our strong suit.
So talk about that for a second. What changed? Isn't everybody supposed to fly to the football? Why is this year different?
This year's different because the coaches expect more. They expect us to fly to the ball, and if we don't, then we're going to pay the consequence. We're going to run or do push-ups or burpees. So it kind of just is built into our mind, into our body, that when that ball snapped, we're flying to the ball.
Who's getting to the ball first?
Me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coach, how do you kind of gauge progress and success? Is it all about wins and losses, or are there some other ways to gauge?
Nah, we're not judging, wins and losses or chasing the scoreboard. My big thing is when I came in, we're just going to stack days. We're chasing best, and we know if we're giving our best. And I think it's a building process. I mean, it's just one day at a time. I think, and the guys have bought in and they're working hard. I mean, we've got, we don't got a lot of guys, but the guys that we do have are really are buying in. We're going to be true Ironman football this year, which these guys have embraced. We've told them, there's a different type of, practice. There's a different type of work ethic that's going to have to go into it because, you're going to be expected to play both sides of the ball, special teams, and those things. So, these guys, pretty much, aren't going to come off the field. So we've been investing in, conditioning a certain way. Our weight room that we've done, since I got here in the spring till now has been a little bit different, trying to cater to, getting these guys prepared to be able to play, both sides of the ball and, obviously 48 minutes.
Why should kids play football at Parkway? What are you guys getting out of football? What are you learning from it?
It's definitely teaching us to work hard. The effort that we put in is unmatched. It just teaches you to work hard.
Helps with teamwork skills because you can't run a team without all 11 guys giving effort. It's like a machine. You can't have one part not working or not doing the right thing. Everybody's got to be bought into it, and it helps show that you're changing and how you're working together.
I think what Mason said, that all the hard work that you put in will eventually pay off. And you might not see it now, you might not see it in a month or two, but it will pay off sooner or later.
The last thing that I have here as we wind up, who did you guys scrimmage, your first scrimmage, and how would you say it went?
We scrimmaged Waynesfield Goshen,
okay.
And I think it went very well. A lot of improvements. We still have more improvements to make, and I think it was a good look for us.
I think it went very well. We made some great plays, but there's still obviously work to do, things to do to get better. But for a first scrimmage and first live, it was really good.
Good.
Yeah, same thing as them. I think it went amazing. There's definitely some things we gotta work our technique, work our mindset on. But I think we showed the community and the coaches that us players we're bought in, and we will try our hardest for that team.
I love it.
Great. I'm not letting you guys get away until you tell me who your toughest dude is on this year's team. Who's the baddest dude on the 2026 Parkway team?
You can say yourself.
Yeah, you can say yourself. That's fine.
Who do you think?
I think it's Ren Carpenter. I mean, he's not here, but he's always flying around the field, putting a helmet on somebody. He's flying around during practice. He's everywhere.
How big is he?
5'8".
He's about like 5'10", 160, 170.
Smaller dude, but
You're letting a 160-pounder be your toughest dude this season?
I mean, you haven't seen this kid.
He's wild, huh?
He's scrappy.
Is he?
He's very scrappy.
What number is he?
9.
9. All right. I got to watch number 9
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Good luck
you so
this
much.
season. Have a good year.
The Versailles Feed Mill wishes the Versailles Tigers and all the other area athletes the best of luck this upcoming season. We here at the Versailles Feed Mill are your local Hubbard Feeds dealer and grain elevator, buying grain from area farmers such as corn, soybeans, and wheat. Family owned and operated since 1973. Come on out and see us at 242 Northwest Street in Versailles for all your feed and grain processing needs. Go Tigers!
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Welcome back to our kickoff tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies. Robbie Myers is up there. I think you guys all signed a ticket, right? Anna guys, good. Yep. St. Henry guys, did you sign the tickets? You go see Robbie Myers, you're good? Good to see you guys. We'll talk to you here in a little bit. Thank you to Trent Beckman, who's hosting us here today at McSober's. Can't thank them enough as a host. This may be our yearly place for this. I like it here.
I love this place. Trent's been great, and I'm looking forward to maybe having a burger and maybe a Mountain Dew when we're done.
Cold Mountain Dew, right?
Cold Mountain Dew.
There you go. Joined now by the Anna crew, Nick Marino, head coach, and his guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Players, introduce yourselves, please, into the positions you play.
I'm Logan Ziegenbusch. I'm a quarterback.
I'm Grant Beckman. I play linebacker. I'm Julian Stearns, and I play defensive end.
And swing that mic for you two down there at the end, please. There you go.
I'm Ezra Egbert. I play D-line and O-line.
TJ Roberts, running back and safety.
Great. Thank you guys for stopping out today. Coach, tell us about the 2026 Anna Rockets. What can we expect from you guys?
Well, we got a decent amount of
Swing that mic a little bit, yep.
There we go.
Got a good group coming back this year, we think. So we got a lot in front of us, but I told the group yesterday, everything's earned this year. So turned some experienced guys on both sides of the ball. So that's a luxury we have, but we got to make sure we're earning it this year and getting better every day.
Players, tell us about the Anna team this season. What can we expect? What are your strengths going to be, guys?
Our strengths, we're returning 3 offensive linemen. I'm hoping we could run the ball quite well. I think that'll be a strength, and then we're returning 8 guys on defense, so I'm hoping that's another strength.
You going to throw it a little bit, Logan?
Yeah.
You rather run it?
I'd rather see the offensive line do their job, win the line of scrimmage.
They going to get it done? The offensive linemen going to get it done this year?
They'll get it done.
All right.
I love it. Love that mentality.
Definitely a strength's going to be experience, both sides of the ball. We got a lot of returning players on defense. Hopefully we'll be strong there. Just experience on both sides of the ball is going to be big for us.
And we do run like a different defense. We run Eat the Captain defense, and this is our 3rd year running it now. Is it? And
We're a blitz-heavy defense.
We're dialing in on it each year and getting better at that, running it as a group together. And we do have a lot of experience. Like we've had guys running it. Well, I've ran the defense for 3 years now. You for 2, Trent for 2. Yeah. So I feel like we're just dialed in with that defense and the pressure there.
I'm going to go with what Grant and Julian said, just experience and just accountability. We all hold each other accountable every day at practice. And same thing on game day.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of returning guys. All us guys are pretty close with each other. All like to play the game. So.
Coach, I've never met you before, and I always like to learn a little bit about the background of each coach. So where are you from originally? And talk a little bit about your journey to Anna.
Yeah, it's my 12th season at Anna now, so I feel like I've been here a long time. But it seems like I just started here yesterday. From Urbana originally. I went to high school there, graduated from there, went on and played a couple years at Wittenberg, and then I ended up coaching back at Urbana again. So I was an assistant coach for 4 years and a head coach there for 2 years prior to coming to Anna. So.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
Players, I'd like to know, you guys are well aware the MAC Conference is probably the most respected small school conference in the state. Talk about what it's like competing in the MAC Conference, knowing every week is going to be a grind. Talk about that a little bit.
It's fun playing good teams every week. I will say that. You can't take any team lightly. You come out flat, you're going to get beat. Yeah. So it's just fun playing with teams that are just good.
Yeah, you know, everything is earned. And when you play teams that are this good, it really prepares you for the playoffs, which is a big advantage for us over other schools from, you know, the Ohio Heritage Conference, anything like that.
I'm gonna feed off that. It's like it toughens us up. Like we just feel we're just tough playing against these tough weak teams every week, and just like we just feel tougher than the other team we're gonna play in the playoffs. And it just gets us ready for the playoffs, playing these tough schools.
I love playing in the MAC. It's fun knowing when you're going to play a game, you hit them, they're going to hit you right back just as hard.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely fun. A lot of the schools that we play with play the game pretty similar, and it definitely helps when we get to playoffs, just knowing that we play a tough schedule and it's nothing new.
But you guys wouldn't rather have a few cupcakes on your schedule?
No.
You like to grind week in and week out?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, we're talking about toughness, so I'm going to ask my question. Who's the toughest dude on this year's team? And you can say yourself.
It's the dude to my right, Grant Beckman. He's our middle linebacker, toughest guy on the team.
It's got to be Logan Ziegenbusch. It's just the mental toughness he goes through every year, every week preparing for the games.
It's definitely Grant Beckman.
What makes Beckman so tough?
He's a go hard every single play, and he's just like in the weight room, wherever we're at, he's just locked in, dialed in. He's just tough.
And where do you get that from? Where do you get that mentality?
I don't like to lose. So everything I can do to prepare for the next game, the next day, the next practice, I'll do it. Because discipline, got to prioritize your future self over your present self and get better.
I love it. How about you guys, toughest guy?
I'm going with Grant also.
Yep, Grant Beckman.
They're all in agreement here. This is like no doubt.
Yeah. I would have said myself if I was some of those guys.
Well, Grant said the quarterback. He didn't say you other guys. So what does that say about the rest of you?
I think I get a little tougher, I think.
Right?
He's calling him out a little bit.
If your quarterback's your toughest dude, that your toughest dude says, I don't know.
Making them think.
I know.
That's not what we're made to do. We don't think.
So you guys have a scrimmage under your belt, right? Who did you scrimmage, and talk about some of your strengths and weaknesses coming out of that scrimmage? Coach, you can start.
We scrimmaged with 3 different teams yesterday. So we had Chaminade Julian, we had Xenia, and we had Valley View. So three good teams that will probably be playoff teams this year. So I thought we ran the ball decently at times. We got to be a little bit firmed up there. A couple guys rotating in and out, and we got to figure out some spots there yet. But I thought we ran the ball decently well, and I thought the defense after the first couple series there started to play a lot better. So I thought we were starting to hit a little bit. We always talk about that, and playing fast and playing aggressive, and I started to see that as the scrimmage went on defensively.
Guys, do you have some thoughts on the scrimmage?
I would say that as the scrimmage went on, it looked like our linemen kind of got used to the speed of things, and we started to run the ball a lot better as the scrimmage went on. I don't know if that was just because the different fronts were easier as it went through the day, or if we just got used to it, or if we're just more conditioned. I don't. Beats me.
Yeah, it was really nice to go against a different colored jersey. These are bigger schools. It was great practice for us going against some really good athletes. I think it woke us up a little bit.
And I feel like we got better throughout the scrimmage. We never got like tired and was playing like not good football. Because I feel like with these teams have more depth than we do. We have a lot of guys going both ways, and I feel like we just kept getting better each rep, and like we were conditioned and not back to that.
Yeah, it started off rocky, but once we got more snaps under our belts, it just got better. And one of the strengths is just the defense. We're all flying around, hitting people.
Yeah, I definitely feel like throughout the scrimmage we started getting the flow of it, the whole team overall, offense and defense. And I would also say definitely it was good just seeing how everyone fits in their positions and how we work together as guys.
Coach, they talked about the conditioning piece. Talk about how you condition these guys. I mean, is it built into your practice just with your tempo, or is it just line up and run sprints all day?
It's built into our practice with our tempo, and we try to. We'll do some circuits, tackling circuits and things where they got to go get a lot of reps in and so forth. But yeah, we definitely like just to make them practice hard to get in shape. You know, when I was at school, we used to run tons of sprints and everything else like that, and I understand it from the mental toughness aspect of it. But I feel like you get more game-like reps by practicing, and we'll make our ones and twos, go against each other a lot. So they don't get a break in practice a lot of times. Especially if we get further into the season, those guys are going to be, if they're not in, they're going to be on the scout team giving us the best possible look, and hopefully getting their conditioning that way too.
Coach, when you want to be healthy, you want to stay healthy, obviously, right? Talk about how you practice to make sure that happens. You tackle into the ground. What are you guys doing to?
Yeah, we don't tackle into the ground in practice. We'll thud it up, but nobody's getting taken to the ground. They do occasionally go to the ground,
right?
But we're trying not to do that. And you got to practice your tackling in different ways, so you're not causing injuries. So we do a lot of tackling on bags and different things like that. And I think a lot of tackling though is conditioning, but also running to the ball and being in the right spot. If you're running to the ball and you're pursuing correctly, the last part is just take your shot. And we always tell them, no hesitation, take your shot. And I thought since yesterday, the first part of the scrimmage, we haven't tackled live to the ground yet. We missed a couple tackles in the first couple series there, and then it looked like it got better as the day went on. So I was pleased with that, and you got to make improvements game to game with tackling, it seems like, but a lot of it's just being in the right position in the right spot.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Players, where do you feel like you need to get better here in the next 2 weeks before your opener? What are some areas you have to work on?
Some areas that I personally would like to work on would just be getting more reps with my receivers, just getting the chemistry built back up to where it was last season.
I would like to work on, practice reading offenses a little more, be a little faster to the ball. Make sure our tackling's on point, because missed tackle changes the game. Could be.
The D-line as a unit yesterday at our scrimmage, yesterday at our scrimmages, we were jumping a little bit. We jumped a few times, so get locked in on that and stop all that being so jumpy.
We'll be going on 2 a lot more this week.
Yeah.
One thing I want to work on is just technique on the offensive side of the ball and just get that down and good to go.
Yeah, I would say defensively, just having good angles, tackling, and just being consistent with that overall.
Great. What are we at on time here?
It's about time.
Good?
Yep.
Great. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. Have a good year, Coach, all right? Have a good year, guys.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gerken companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gerken companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate, caring, and trustworthy individuals who want to grow alongside us.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
The Versailles Feed Mill wishes the Versailles Tigers and all the other area athletes the best of luck this upcoming season. We here at the Versailles Feed Mill are your local Hubbard Feeds dealer and grain elevator, buying grain from area farmers such as corn, soybeans, and wheat. Family owned and operated since 1973. Come on out and see us at 242 Northwest Street in Versailles for all your feed and grain processing needs. Go Tigers!
Back to our kickoff tailgate presented by the Gerken companies. I think everybody in here. Robbie, did you get everybody signed up? All good? All right. Thank you again to Trent Beckman and crew here at McSober's for hosting us. Thank you to Robbie Myers and the Gerken companies. They sponsor our podcast and our Gamecast as well this season. Can't thank them enough. Also the Versailles Feed Mill and also our good friend Norm Zider at the Swanton Welding Company, also a partial sponsor of our kickoff tailgate. Now joined by Fort Recovery head coach Wes Winning and his crew. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys stopping out. Players, introduce yourselves, please, and the positions you play.
My name's Ian McCain. I play corner and wide receiver, and I long snap well before I broke my leg, I guess.
My name is Isaac Reisner. I am a safety and wide receiver.
My name's Breaker Judy. I'm the running back and middle linebacker.
I'm Jake Meyer, and I play right tackle and middle linebacker.
Great. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping out today.
Absolutely.
That's a big running back down there. How many carries you need a game? How many times you want to touch the ball a game?
As much as I can.
Coach, how many times is he going to get it? I don't want you to give any secrets away, but swing that mic towards you there if you would, though.
We're gonna feed him the rock. We're gonna feed him the rock.
I like that.
Yeah, we're gonna spread it around a little bit. Obviously we got a bunch of tremendous athletes up here. These guys are a few of them, but yeah, he'll be a bell cow.
Coach, obviously a great first year for Fort Recovery. Get it back on track. What will it take to continue that and hopefully even be better this season? And players, you can jump in here too when Coach is done.
Yeah, I think the main thing for us is consistency and a belief of that what we got and the guys in our room, that what we got could be special. But it starts with consistency and doing the little things right. These guys, they won't gloat about themselves, but all the way down at the end, Jake Meyer, he was a state championship wrestler last year. A state champion wrestler. So he was at that level, wrestles at a high level, and he'll be scrapping on the offensive, defensive line. Breaker just accepted a Division I scholarship to play at Western Illinois. So he's put in work as well. Isaac Reisner, this guy right here, number 8. He last spring broke the long jump record, at our MAC meet. So, and then Ian McCain.
Personality hire.
This guy.
You can tell.
No, but I can't gloat enough about Ian McCain because last year was a junior on the JV team. Handled it so professionally and continued to ball out every Saturday. He was a playmaker, wide receiver, defensive back. Continues that role of stepping up and being a team leader this year. I mean, that's why he's here, because his teammates voted on him. And he continues to bring the energy in the weight room. He continues to bring the energy to the field. Was going to be starting for us both ways. Obviously, a little hiccup to start the year. But these 4 men, I mean, obviously, they're putting in work in so many avenues, on the field, off the field, in other sports. So we got the dudes in the locker room. Now it's just piecing it all together, being consistent to ride off the momentum from last year.
Yeah. How long are you out for? Are you going to get back out there here pretty soon?
Well, the doctors quoted me at 6 weeks, but I don't know. I think that's some bull, man. I think I'll be back sooner than that.
You will.
Better be anyway.
All right, week 3, 4, maybe 5.
I haven't even looked into it.
All right.
Just sooner than what the doctors say is my goal, man.
Awesome.
I want to know what you plan on doing for a living someday.
Why do you ask that?
Just because you're a wordsmith and you're pretty creative. What do you want to do?
Been looking into beekeeping.
Switch it up.
Switch it up.
Well, you got the personality. Maybe you can replace this guy at Black Swamp Football down the road.
Well, maybe if you give me one of those sick T-shirts you guys were handing out last year.
Oh, man, he's calling me out. Which one are you talking about?
They some of the guys last year got those white
long sleeve.
They might have been, were they?
Yeah. All right, I'll see what I can do for you. I'll see what I can do.
Put in a good word.
I can do that.
Thanks, man.
I can do that. What size?
Size medium with big biceps. Careful back there.
This kid's great. All right, Coach Winnie comes a year ago. Why did you guys turn it around, players? Tell me why it's turned around. What's Coach Winning done?
I couldn't put it more on this guy. I mean, absolutely, it's been Coach Winning. And no knock on the last guy, but the accountability that Coach Winning has instilled in that weight room and in that locker room and on the field it's unbelievable. I mean, we started the entire group of the accountability captains, right? We're 4 of the 8 guys that got voted on by the team, and it's those things that he institutes that are going to turn this football team around. You 3?
Yeah. And I would say it's also a big matter of how many bodies you actually have on the field. Like my sophomore year, I think we had 26 guys on the field, and it's hard to be a successful team when you only have 26 athletes and half of them are 5'5" and 130 pounds. And so just the ability to these coaches last year, they were able to go out, talk to a lot of kids, and just get a lot more bodies out there, and that's just absolutely huge for just depth purposes, practice purposes, and just that matters a ton, I think, in the MAC.
Something big that people don't normally think about, but he's making us better football players, obviously, but I would say another big thing is off the field as well. He's making us better people to our friends, our family, our community, and really just pushing us to be, better people to others and to each other, and just really building that, family together, that friendship with each other, which really just brings our team together and just makes us stronger.
I'd say basically, when I was a sophomore, nobody cared at all about football. So I'd say the big culture change. And it wasn't just in football. I'd say in almost all the sports, everybody started, taking everything more seriously.
I saw your Facebook post the team had the other day, and there were a ton of seniors on there. How many seniors do you have this season?
Right now, 11.
Wow. And your numbers are similar to a year ago, Coach, or?
Yeah. So last year we finished the season with 46 guys. All the way through the midsummer, we went out, we re-recruited the building, and I feel like that's something we're going to have to continue to do every single year and every single offseason is just re-recruit kids. And we were at about mid-50, and then since then, right now we sit at about 48 total.
Wow.
48 total.
Okay.
So yeah, it's something we really evaluate and make sure we're not missing a single kid that can help us out in that building. Whether that is the stud basketball player who's the 6'6", 180-pound kid, like, hey, why don't you come out and play receiver for us on Friday night and maybe catch a few touchdown passes? Or maybe that's just the senior who, maybe did another sport, has never played football in his life, but he can contribute to kickoff on Friday night. So it's kind of leaving no stone unturned when you go kind of looking at all those bodies in our high school.
Yeah. You guys helping with the recruiting battle at Fort Recovery in the hallways?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Plenty of banter. Yeah.
Give me your best recruiting pitch when you're trying to get somebody out. Give me your best recruiting pitch.
Let's hear it, Breaker.
Yeah, Breaker.
That's Mr. Football.
Come help us win a state title.
Anybody else?
Not bad, man. That's not bad.
Coach Wenning, these guys all had glowing comments about you, talking about the culture. What were some keys to turning the culture around at Fort Recovery?
Well, I think it's, it starts with getting as many people involved and as many people on board as possible. And that starts at home, that starts with families. And, throughout this whole process, the parents have been absolutely tremendous. We have so many parents involved at the youth levels right now, doing a whole heck of a lot with our kids, developing kids. And I feel like they're really doing it the right way because they're not just running kids into the ground to the point where they hate it before they get to high school, which I feel like some places do. So I feel like the parents are doing it the right way and they're buying in. And then it's kind of preaching why we do what we do. And it's, these guys are going to make fun of me because I say love all the time. Like, it's one of the most powerful words to any culture, to any family, to any, I guess, life in general. And we kind of preach three things, and that's, we play for love for the community, love for the game of football, and love for the guy to the left and the right in that locker room. And I truly mean it. And, it makes guys laugh, and it kind of sounds cliche at first. And then I think as you experience, football for 4 years, you start to realize that is the case. It's not just a cliche saying.
What does your youth program look like, Coach? Take us through that a little bit and what you guys do at the youth level at Fort Recovery.
Oh, well, so right now we've got a tremendous number of dads. The one that pops in my head, Steve Diller. So he's a guy who is running our flag football program. He runs it with 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So it's just, and it's not too extensive. They don't have these elaborate practices, but we get out there once a week this time of year. And we'll have over 80 kids running around on our field playing flag football.
You have 80 out there.
Yeah, out of those 4 grades.
And it's all flag. No, do you do any tackling in your youth level?
Not right now. I know there are different leagues out of town that do that kind of stuff, and I'll never condone. And I think some parents do head out of town to play some tackle leagues, and that's fine. But for what we do in house, we get the kids to have fun. Get the kids to have fun, get them on the field, and they're actually coached by all these guys. So after practice on Wednesday, these guys will head out and they will coach their flag football teams and how animated they get, when they go. To see them react and try to draw up plays, and then they show me the plays, and I'm like, okay, you play too much Madden. That's never going to work. But whatever, they have a blast with it, and they lead the kids, and a lot of them are younger brothers or younger siblings or neighbors. So, the fact that we got that rolling all, through the parents, and I don't really have to, micromanage. I don't have to run it myself. They do their thing, and we get these guys involved. The fact that that's there, it's been tremendous for us.
Great. We're going to go way over because I got a couple more questions for these guys. Who's the best flag football coach? And what offense are you running?
I would be the best flag football coach here. I play a lot of college football on my Xbox, and I'm actually a genius offensive mind when it comes to that. So you will definitely, if you go out and you watch any of those, I got the whiteboard, I'm drawing it up. Unfortunately, a lot of these kids don't really know what I'm talking about, so a lot of times I kind of have to dumb it down, but I definitely take a lot of pride in my coaching out there.
What's your go-to play?
My go-to play? Definitely the QB fake pass, QB sneak. Because a lot of the times, if you just put one of the good athletes at the quarterback, tell everybody just go run a fade, act like you're doing something, none of the kids actually really know what's going on. And then if you just got the best kid at quarterback, just say fake pass, sprint. Do whatever you can. And a lot of times it's just, you can kind of just tell the kids to do whatever they want. And honestly, that works just as well.
I was going to say, that's definitely our approach. Me and my squad of coaches, we run the play. It's called get open and catch the football. They just run whatever. And sometimes, depending on who you're playing, that works great. Playing any of those, go Lions, baby.
Any objections to him being the best coach in the league?
It's widely known.
Or does he just have the best players?
It's widely known.
What are the records right now? Is anybody?
We're undefeated over here, so
undefeated.
We're 0-2, but
wow, look at that.
But they've been cheating.
It's on the refs, though. It's not a coaching issue.
Yeah, always is.
All right, you guys get the Xbox out. Are you playing Madden or college football?
I like college football.
What do you guys call it? Getting on the sticks, or what are you young kids?
That'll work. Yeah, hey, that works great.
Yeah.
Or what do you call it now? Is that what it's known as? All right. Who's tops in that? Madden, college football.
I don't play it.
You don't play Breaker?
I'm widely known as the best.
Widely known.
Yeah, that's what they say.
I play the mascot Wii game.
That's right.
I promise, in all the other facets of life, these guys are actually really humble. These guys are actually really humble.
All right, before I let you go, I got to know who your toughest dude is. It might be Breaker. I mean, he's a big dude. Who's your toughest?
He's a big teddy bear.
Oh, he is. A big teddy bear.
Yeah.
Who's your toughest dude on this year's team?
It's got to be Gabe Meyer. I mean, that kid is a dog. Jake's little brother over there. I mean, absolute animal.
Your little brother's tougher than you?
No, he's my twin. I'd say I'm tougher, but he's a little bigger than me. But I think I could take him.
I would say that we have a fast 6'5", 225-pound running back named Breaker. So I would have to give it to him.
Stereotypical.
Thank you, Isaac.
Breaker, you can say yourself.
No, I can't. That's not right.
That you're not the toughest dude. Who's the toughest?
Honestly, Ricky is.
Ricky's got a
We
dog.
do have a pretty big lineman. He's a dog. He's a dog.
He's got the best lineman hands.
He does. He did beat me in a tire tug of war, so.
You said he has the best hands?
He's got good hands, man.
I mean, can we get him a pass this season?
Bring him in
Coach?
here.
We could.
I don't know. I just want Big Ricky to block. If Big Ricky can block, maybe we'll find a way to throw him a bone. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Good luck. Keep it rolling, all right, guys? Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Attention high school seniors. Are you ready to build your future? Join the Gerken Companies, a leader in road construction and material supply. Whether you're a hands-on person or love working behind the scenes, we have a place for you. At Gerken, we don't just construct roads, we create lasting careers. Enjoy outstanding benefits, ongoing training, and a workplace that feels like family. Visit GherkenCompanies.com/careers and start shaping your future today.
Welcome back to our kickoff tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, joined now by Josh Whirling and the state champion St. Henry Redskins. You guys sign up over there with Robbie Myers from the Gerken Companies. Perfect. Yep. All right. Hopefully we'll get you some winnings and the Gerken Companies will get that to you. Players, please introduce yourselves and the positions you play.
I'm Gavin Hess. I play center.
I'm Drew Langkamp. I play running back, wide receiver, and inside linebacker.
I'm Tate Beckman. I play wide receiver and cornerback.
I'm Nick Layfoot. I play O-line and D-line.
Great. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping out. Congratulations on the state championship a year ago. It was fun following you guys.
Yeah, that was a fun run for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Coach Strock.
That's got a nice ring to it, right? Defending state champions. And I know you guys would say that's in the past. It doesn't matter, and I get it. But let's take just a second to reflect on that. What'd that mean to you guys, the program, and the community?
I'd say the biggest thing about it was for the community is just bringing life back in it, because it's been a long time since we've had a state championship in St. Henry, and just having that really just brought the life back into the community for everyone.
Yeah, I think one of the funner things, getting messages from some of my buddies, thanking our team for getting to experience that with their sons. Like the elementary kids, for them to get to see that and experience that, it was tremendous. It was tremendous. You still almost get a little emotional talking about it, chills, but to bring that to our community, we're all very proud of what we were able to do.
Compare a little bit this year's team and last year's team, and players, you can jump in here.
Go ahead, guys.
So last year's team, we obviously graduated a lot of seniors. This year we're really young, and just transitioning from having all those seniors, they were the leaders of the team, and now we gotta be the voice now to all these younger kids, and they make up a lot of our team as well. So we just taking their place and following their lead like they did last year, and that's just how it's gonna go.
We're just gonna have to keep leading as a team and have a lot of the sophomores. We're gonna have a lot of them playing this year. Just have them step up and keep them growing as we get into the season.
Yeah, I think last year, we had a pretty good idea of what our identity was going to be. Even from a who's going to play where perspective. With the scrimmages and things right now, we're still trying to figure out who we're going to be. We have a pretty good idea, but we still have some spots that need to be won this week. So it reminds me a lot of our team 2 years ago, my first year, where you have to organically find your identity as a football team. You can't force it. I think just continuing to stay positive and finding out where our kids succeed and where they can be successful, and then put them in those spots. So it's I don't want to call it learning, but we got to find who we are.
Players, where do you think you have to get better here in the next couple of weeks before you go into week 1 against Celina?
I'd say our biggest thing we need to do is just get the young guys to understand, just to get out the little kinks and the little bit of hesitation of, it's a big kid league now. We got to wake up and fill the shoes and answer the call and get it done the way it needs done.
Going off that in the scrimmage, we had some younger guys play offensive, defensive line. Kind of showed a little, but they still did a really good job on knowing their assignments and what to do.
Yeah, I think playing with confidence and not overthinking. I think that's where we got to go. I think we've done a really good job in practice this far, but for these young guys, it was their first time seeing live varsity bullets, right? And you could just kind of sense just a little bit of freeze rather than aggression. So what I want to see us do is grow in our confidence pre-season, so that way we can execute more efficiently, more violently.
You mentioned the scrimmage. I wanted to ask you, who did you scrimmage, and what would you take away from that? What were some positives, and then where some areas you still need to work?
It was a 4-team scrimmage with LCC, Paulding, and Van Wert. So it was a really great look at 3 other quality programs and coaches, and I'd like these guys to answer that, those strengths and weaknesses coming out of that.
Yeah, so we played 3 really good teams, so I guess it was really good to see that great competition, but we knew it wasn't going to be easy going in, and I guess it kind of showed. Struggled a little bit, but mistakes were made. Now we just got to get back on Monday and get better.
What do you think we did well?
I'd say one of the good things about it was just that it was a true thing of getting the younger guys and people to, you got to figure it out on the fly, because teams are going to switch fronts on you middle of the game, and going against those 3 different teams and not really scouting it beforehand, it was a really good tell of just being able to identify the different fronts and views on the fly. And that is helpful in the battlefield.
Yeah, I think one area we need to improve in is our consistency in our run game. I felt we were a little inconsistent, and some of that again is it was an interesting thing. I've never done a multi-team scrimmage before. We did not have anything prepped other than just going in and running our stuff. And with different fronts, we have different calls, and it's not something that you get the full week to master. It was just really different. I don't know if I liked it or not. The competition was great, but it just almost feels like, are we really executing our stuff as optimally? Which we'll get a better chance to do that next week in a one-way scrimmage with OG. We'll get a chance to kind of talk over how we want to attack their front. But what I want to see is more consistency in our physicality up front, because that's how you win in our league. That's how you win in our league. You have to be consistent up front.
Stay right there, physicality. Who's your toughest dude on this year's St. Henry team? I know you got some bad dudes, but who's the baddest of the bad?
I'd say one was probably sitting over here at the end of the table. Pretty solid guy, Nick Layfeld. He's our left tackle, and he's usually one of the most consistent people out on the field, day in and day out.
You can say yourself. You don't have to be afraid of Nick.
No, I'm not afraid of him. It's just say it how it is.
All right. I appreciate the honesty.
Drew?
We got an inside backer, Jacob Geyer. He's a junior. He's a total meathead. He leads with his head, and we also got another linebacker, Noah Horseman. There's a lot of Horsemans in that family. Both of them, they lead with their head. They bounce right off. They go through everyone.
We call those 2 inside backers our muscle hamsters.
Okay. What numbers are they? Because we're going to be down here week 2 when you guys play Archbold. What numbers are those 2 guys?
Horseman is 31 and Geyer's 28.
31 and 28.
31 and 28.
Write that down, Coach.
Yeah.
They ain't the smartest, but they're one of the toughest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you got to have some meatheads, though, right?
Yeah, you need a little bit of that. Guys that just play with reckless abandon, and that's okay. You need a little bit of that. To kind of piggyback off of Gavin, Nick is our leader up front for sure. But what I've enjoyed about Nick is he understands the entirety of what we're trying to do. He'll talk to a left guard and let him know, hey, you need to slip here on this. Like, he's letting them know their assignment. which is critical when we're bringing young guys along. So he's always thinking big picture and how we're trying to attack. We got into our install in June, and he is right there teaching everybody else. So this is his 4th year of varsity football. It shows. He just really is a true leader for us.
Nick, are you the toughest dude? Can anybody take you on the team?
I'd say people can.
They can.
Yeah. I don't want to give myself too much credit.
Who are they?
Drew Busher.
Drew Busher,
yeah. He's
Number
a
54.
junior for us, played varsity for us last year. He's a tough son of a gun, too. So, yeah, those two.
Is he related to Mark?
Yeah. Yep.
That's his uncle.
The uncle, yeah.
Uncle. Well, I was down here a couple weeks ago, and I went back to somebody's house, and we were watching their old film. And Mark Busher, man, that dude would mix it up.
Yeah, those defenses were really good. I think John Whirling has said if we could just score a touchdown, we'd be just fine.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
When did we come down and spend the weekend with Coach Whirling? Last spring?
February.
Was it February?
Or March, yeah, something like
Late February.
All right, those days all run together. But Lynn and I came down and spent a weekend in St. Henry, ended up at Fishmo's on our last evening. What a great place. You guys are so blessed to grow up in St. Henry, Ohio. I want you to talk about what it's like with that tradition and some of those guys that have come before you at St. Henry in the football program. You know how fortunate you are to be part of it, right?
Yeah.
Talk about what it means to be a St. Henry Redskin.
I'd say one of the biggest things about being a Redskin to us, or like myself, is you see the legacy that all the people before you have, and we have these legacy markers in our locker room of standout individuals that have gone through the program and those throughout practice, camps, and games and all that stuff. It's just those people showed what it meant to be a true Redskin, whether it's about just leadership from young guys to being a solid guy no matter what and going 100 miles an hour to being the captain and leader of the team. It's just, and being good to the community. That's our newest award that just got put in last year for one of our graduated. The Henry Putoff Award is just being able to connect with the community and the young guys, and that means a lot because you're not just growing your program now, but you're building it for the future ahead, and that means a lot.
It's a great answer, man.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think another one is, Coach Whirling and, our whole football team pride ourselves on leaving it better than you found it. And that not only, like Gavin said, it carries down to the younger people too. And then it makes everything, you appreciate everything a lot more once you get to learn that aspect of life.
Yeah. I guess, for me, I never want to leave a town. I guess, as a kid, you're like, oh, I want to go to the city and experience, but, I realize now, I never want to leave here. I want to raise my own family in this town and make them go to school here just because my experience has been something I will never forget, and I think it's just something that I want my kids to experience as well.
Living in this small town, you get to play with your friends. A lot of family members, I got to play with my older brother my freshman year. It was a really neat experience, and he brought me to what I am today, knowing the football stuff. He'll talk to me about football at home and stuff like that.
One of the really cool things this year is a lot of our managers are brothers of players. So you get to see their interaction and, this connection, that relationship. So we talk about relationships at time. We do this flag football on Saturday mornings that these guys get a coach, 4th through 6th graders.
Oh, these guys get a coach like the Fort Recovery guys.
Yes. Yeah. So, these relationships, and then, if they see them in the hall at school, if they remember their name, imagine that kid, right? Mm-hmm. Eyes this big, holy smokes, Tate Beckman remembers my name. Nick Leifeld remembers my name. That's the really good stuff. That's the really good stuff.
Who's got the best team?
Haven't drafted yet.
When do you draft?
Usually Labor Day-ish. Yeah. So we get in the coach's office, and those guys go right down the board and draft. It's pretty fun to do.
Who are you taking with the number 1 pick?
Ooh, you got a scout.
Give me, maybe top 5. Give me a handful of guys you'd like to have on your team this season.
Most of our managers are standout for the most part. So they're definitely on the roster, but.
I'm taking my brother.
I'm also taking my brother. He's one of our managers. But that grade is very talented coming up too. So it'll be interesting to see them too.
it's really fun getting to hear these guys discuss their draft boards as it's going. You hear all the whispers of, oh, I hope he falls here, or I hope I get him here. And, so it's a really neat thing to do.
Are you doing some scouting?
Yes.
Have you scouted? You have,
Yes. So we do this camp and right away in the summer with the younger guys. They do competition. So in my notes app, I got names already.
I love it. I love it. What kind of offense you running, Layfeld?
I don't know. I think last year we tried the wing tee. It didn't work out very well.
The wing tee and flag football?
Oh, yeah.
He's a lineman, you know?
Yeah. I think I was coaching with 3 other linemen, too, so that kind of made the decision
Coach what
pretty
you
easy.
know, right?
Hey, what offense you running?
We're slinging it, definitely. we ain't running the ball. We're definitely going deep a lot of the time and just finding guys that can go up and make plays.
There you go. What about you guys? What offense you running?
I'll be on Tate's team, so we're just going to chuck it up in the end zone and hope that someone comes down with it.
I'll probably be on Nick's team too anyways, so it's pretty much going to be how it is.
Are you gonna run? You want to run the wing tee?
Might as well.
Might as well.
Hey, if it works, it works.
What if it's not working? What are you gonna go to then?
We're going to throw the football and figure it out. We're just going to roll the dice and see what happens.
Oh, man.
I love it. I could visit the whole day with these guys.
I know it.
We gotta
I know
let
it.
you guys go though. Thank you.
Thank you
Have
so
a good
much.
year, guys. All right. We'll see you week 2. All right. We'll see you week 2.
All right, go Skins.
Thank you.
The Versailles Feed Mill wishes the Versailles Tigers and all the other area athletes the best of luck this upcoming season. We here at the Versailles Feed Mill are your local Hubbard feeds dealer and grain elevator, buying grain from area farmers such as corn, soybeans, and wheat. Family owned and operated since 1973. Come on out and see us at 242 Northwest Street in Versailles for all your feed and grain processing needs. Go Tigers!
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gerken companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gerken companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate.
Welcome back to our kickoff tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, joined now by Seth Whiting and Minster. Guys, thank you so much for making the trip. We appreciate it. We're looking forward to chatting with you. Players, introduce yourselves and the positions you play, please.
Taylor Fancher, running back and safety.
Tyler Bergman, receiver and safety.
Carson Kaler, quarterback and middle linebacker.
Cole Bergman, center.
Chance Hageman, defensive end and guard.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Coach Strock.
I want to know about your first scrimmage. Who'd you scrimmage? Did you come out healthy? What did you like about it? And what do you really need to work on?
We're gonna have to repeat those one by one.
Did you come out healthy, number one?
We did come out healthy. We're in pretty good shape right now as far as our health goes. So, we're happy about that. We went against Sydney and Dayton Meadowdale. So it was good to run around and hit somebody in a different colored jersey for once. I think our kids are getting bored of just beating each other up every day. So,
What'd you like about what you saw, Coach, and what didn't you like?
I think there's a million things we can nitpick through that we need to make adjustments to or fix or clean up. But what we really liked about the scrimmage is with our depth right now, we have a lot of kids competing and fighting for jobs, and we were able to get a really good look at certain kids in positions where they'd been battling, and some kids took over, and other kids kind of fell back there. So it cleared the picture up for us a little bit as a coaching staff. And the other nice thing to watch was just watching our kids run to the football. We harp on our kids a lot about getting to the ball. And it's usually a process where it starts out kind of okay and then gets better and better. But right now, with our 7-on-7s and then this scrimmage we had, we're real happy with how our kids are running to the football. That doesn't mean we get complacent at practice now, though.
Guys, how'd you think the scrimmage went from the player's standpoint?
I think the scrimmage went good. I think it kind of showed the things we can fix and things that we're doing good at right now. I think what they're going to do is come out stronger instead of nitpicking or dipping into the pool, I think we had good energy. Everybody's loud, rowdy. We just got to keep that same energy when we're down and not just when we're up.
Very good.
I think it was pretty good to finally tackle and actually get tackled instead of just stunning up, and it felt good to actually go to the ground.
Yeah, it's just nice to get out of the practice routine and get back on the field and actually play a game and go against other people. I think that's the majority of it. Just nice to get out of the normal grind.
Yeah, I think that pretty much covered most of it. I think it is nice that we get to hit people that are bigger than us instead of just hitting our JV kids all the time. So I thought it went pretty nice.
I thought the scrimmage was pretty good. Obviously showed the strengths and weaknesses we need to work on for the rest of the regular season, but I think it was a good start for a good scrimmage.
Stay at that end. What do you think the strengths of this year's team will be, guys?
I think the strengths of this year's team is coming out with a little bit more experience than we did the previous season, and coming out to show who's better at football when it's time to play a game.
Pretty much had it there. Especially for our front line, really just lost a couple people. So, other than that, getting more experience and.
Yeah, I think we got depth at really all around, but really at the skill positions, and our line. We have multiple people coming back, so I think that'll definitely be our strength. So, yeah.
I think we got some big linemen and some fast and very skilled receivers, so we're going to be able to make some plays.
I think this year, we got a lot of team chemistry. Everybody kind of gets along, just a lot of friends out there just playing football together. I think that's going to be a strength for us.
Guys, talk for a second what it's like competing in the MAC conference, probably the best small school conference in the state of Ohio. What's it like, that grind week in and week out?
I think competing in the MAC, especially with scrimmages and going against other teams, different type of football. It's not, just running around hoping for the best. It's a lot, skill work. You gotta know what you're doing. One mess up and play's over. You gotta really be dialed in and make sure you have everything right, or it's not gonna be good for you on Friday nights.
How about the rest of you? What's it like competing in the MAC week in and week out?
It's a lot of game planning throughout the week. A lot of film study, preparing for what you're going to go up against, because every team is going to be good, stuff like that.
I think it's pretty cool that we get the opportunity to not face any really weak teams. Every single week it's something different, but it's at the same time it's almost the same competition level, and it's at a high level, so it's pretty cool that we get to do that.
You don't want a cupcake in there at some point?
It's nice every now and then, but
yeah, it's nice to be able to go against some really good teams, really working us really hard all the time, and I think that's going to help us a lot, even in the future, just constantly working really hard with everything.
I think it's a great privilege that we have around here, especially since the MAC has all these good schools like Coldwater, Marion, Minster, St. Henry, all those good schools that provide great source of competition and teach young men how to be better people, not only in this sport, but for life afterwards.
Other than Minster, give me a MAC stadium that you like playing at.
You got him thinking here, Coach.
Yeah. He knew right away.
Parkway, their grass is very soft.
Is it?
Yes.
You like grass or turf?
No, grass.
You like grass better than turf?
That was the best field I played on. Shout out to their
ground crew.
Yeah, shout out to them.
How about the rest of you? Is there another stadium other than Minster you like playing at?
For me, I'd probably say Bremen, just because it's so close. Don't have a loss of fans, same amount of fans at a away game than you would at a home game. It's the same people cheering you on.
I thought Versailles was pretty cool. Everybody's on top of you on the sidelines. There's not really too much room, but enough where you can work, and great atmosphere there too.
I think Marion Local has a pretty good grass stadium, but if we're talking best overall, I would have to second on Versailles with how like it's all kind of in a bowl and everybody just gets to watch you and see how you play.
I'd say pretty much anything but turf. I don't really like turf.
All right, who's your toughest dude on this year's team? The baddest dude. Who do you not want to go up against in practice? You can say yourself if you're brave enough.
Probably our middle linebacker, Colby Niemeyer. Now, if he heard me saying this right now, he'd probably be smiling ear to ear, but I'd have to say him. So he's an animal. He can go from like getting motivated by himself to someone pushing him as hard as he can. He can do it all.
I'd take some of our linemen. We got some really big linemen. They're pretty tough and scary. Like our two tackles, I would not want to go against them.
Yeah, if I had to pick somebody, I'd probably pick Aiden Delaney. We did a drive drill competition. We had to put 2 people on. I mean, he was just throwing us around. Just got really huge out of nowhere, and it's a tough dude to go against.
How big?
It's 6'2", 6'3", about 190.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Who are, I asked you about stadiums, and the reason I'm asking these things, in the MAC conference, you guys, there's so much respect, right? You play to win, right? But win or lose, there seems to be respect in that conference. Who are some of the top players? No Minster kids you can't mention, but who are some of the top players at some of the other schools in the league?
That's a good question. There's a lot of graduates last year that were pretty high-level kids.
Got them thinking, Lynn.
You can name past if you want. Past is fine.
Coldwater's got a lot of athletes. Their quarterback, I know he's coming off of a nice year last year. Braxton Taylor, he tore his hamstring last year, so I'm sure he's ready to be back. They got a couple other dudes that are just nice. And St. Henry, they always got athletes. They're huge. Lots of guys with length and size there, so they're always hard.
I know Anna and New Bremen both have really good quarterbacks coming back. So do some of their teams in the conference. Kid at Marion Local and kid at Coldwater, and the kid coming in to play quarterback at St. Henry's a very talented kid. So there's a lot of really talented quarterbacks in the league this year.
Key-wise for you guys this season, Coach, you can jump in here, players too, but what are some keys you feel like that's going to get you where you want to be at the end of the year?
The biggest keys I can think of is remembering the fundamentals and really understanding what our assignment is, how we need to do it, and executing with our best ability. Because if we don't do that, then obviously we know what happens.
I'd probably say pretty much just do all the little things right, and we'll make big plays with that.
I'd say we have to come out with consistent energy and focus every single game. I feel like last year it'd be on and off at times. I feel like that'd really help us out this year. So.
A big thing would probably be physicality, because majority of the time the more physical team's going to win. So you come out and beat people up in the first quarter, they're going to die down. So that's something we need to do.
I'd say, don't overthink stuff. Just kind of run out and play football. Just go hard. Effort. Beats mistakes.
I think our kids did a good job answering that, but we put a really big emphasis on doing the little things at a really high level. Limit any self-inflicted wounds and protect the football and be really gap sound on defense and force turnovers. Those are kind of things we focus on with our circuit drills in practice, and when we're repping through group periods on offense, just making sure that we're where we're supposed to be when we're supposed to be there with a really nasty attitude. So. Like Tyler said, one of their big things we push is it doesn't really matter what you do if you come out and you're incredibly physical with people. You usually put yourself in a pretty good chance for success.
Great. Thank you guys. Anything else you got,
good.
Coach?
I'm good.
Thank you guys. Have a good year. Good luck to you.
Appreciate
all right?
you guys having us.
Thank you.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gerken Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gerken Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals.
Welcome back to our Kickoff Tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, joined now by Keith Recker and Van Wert. Thank you guys so much for making the trip. We appreciate it. Thank you. Players, introduce yourselves and give me the positions you play.
Ashton Rager, I play O-line, D-line.
Micah Cowan, receiver, safety.
Ben Versailles, I play O-line, D-line.
Cohen Bragg, safety, wide receiver.
Keaton Welch, receiver and DB.
Great. Go ahead, Coach Strock.
So you guys finally got to hit somebody wearing a different colored jersey, right? Probably within the last couple days.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that first scrimmage. Who did you compete against, and how did it go?
We scrimmaged St. Henry, LCC, and Paulding. The whole offseason, we've been really focusing on being more aggressive because we don't have the size other teams have. And that scrimmage really just proved that we're able to do it up front and out on the perimeter too.
I'd say playing those three teams was probably the best option for us going into it, especially for offense. For offensive line, it gave us a look at some size, some speed, and Paulding came out in 5'2", so it was a really nice starter.
I think, like Ben said, those other three teams are great caliber teams, and it just showed us where we were at and what we needed to improve on.
Yeah, coming out, you look at us on the roster, we're kind of small. So coming out with St. Henry, Paulding, LCC, those are bigger schools and bigger guys. So it was kind of nice.
Yeah, I think what Ben's saying, it kind of helped our offense out and just controlling the run game with tempo, and that's how we started off with some of the teams we've going against.
Coach, what'd you take away from the scrimmage?
Well, I think that was our big thing, and those are three pretty good teams. Obviously, Paulding's 10-0 last year, St. Henry State Championship, LCC. I think a lot of people think they're going to be right there in the mix for a state championship or fighting for it this year. So that was a really good scrimmage for us. And again, just like they said, wanted to see we've got a really good group of skill guys back from last year, and a lot of them even played as freshmen, sophomores, and now juniors and seniors. So we knew we had those guys. Just want to see what we can do up front, and that's what we started off with St. Henry right away, and they're a big physical team. And just want to see if we could hold our own. Can we control our gaps offensively? Can we get blocks, get on double teams? And for the most part, I thought we did that. Still plenty of things to work on, and I would say anybody's far from a finished product right now. But overall, I thought it was a really good scrimmage for us.
Do you think St. Henry, we just got done talking to them, did they look pretty solid coming off that great season?
Yeah, I think so. They had I think 7 seniors back, but you can't tell who's senior, who's not. I mean, they've got some good-looking kids, and they're just very fundamental. I think Coach is doing such a good job with them. I think he does it the right way, it looks like, and getting to talk to him, great guy. So, I think that they're gonna be solid again, just like every team in the MAC. That's what's tough, though.
Yeah.
You can be good and go 5-5.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Coach, how do you overcome your lack of size this year?
I think a lot of it is when we look defensively first is our run fits, and that's where last year we struggled up front, especially stopping the run against teams. And should we go to a 4-man front, 3-man front? And it's like it doesn't matter what you do unless your run fits, your gap responsibility is there. And so we just harped hard on that and playing with leverage. That's going to be a big thing for us. We got 210, 230 across the board, where we're going to fight against 260, 280 at times. And if we can play with leverage and keep our gap, then we're going to be okay. And then offensively, we just mix it up pretty well. With Xavier Kelly back at running back and Zach Crummy back at quarterback, and I would say a lot of these guys over here at receiver. We could mix in the run, pass, and go outside run, inside run, and just keeping them on their heels so it gives our O-line a chance at a few different blocks. I think we're pretty athletic up front too, so that'll help us on our outside zones and hopefully moving on pass protection.
Players, I know you guys are going to score some points this season, but are you going to stop the run and play some defense this year? You guys going to be better on the defensive side? Take me through it.
Yeah, that's the main goal right now. Mainly up front D-line, we have a new coach, and he came in knowing we didn't do great last year stopping the run. So he's really focusing on getting extension up front and just really focusing on that run before we worry about pass.
I think with returning most of our skill guys on the defensive side, I think us DBs have obviously just established, amount of playing time we've had over the years, and I think we just use that knowledge and just honestly take that into play of scrimmaging other teams. And some of these guys here have obviously played last year and the year before, so I think it's obviously been good on the defensive side.
Last year we lost 2 linebackers, Cade and Maddox, so it's kind of nice having those 2. We also have an extra free safety to fill also, and it's also effort. Like, we're obviously undersized, but we have a lot of effort guys that will compete, so that's great for us.
I would say for D-line, it's the same as the rest of our team. It's just mostly we're just undersized. I mean, one of our starting edges is 180. I don't know exactly how tall he is, but that helps us because it reminds us all we have to stay low, and him being able to fire out just gives him the edge that some teams aren't ready for.
I think us as a defense as a whole just focus on tackling because most of us are undersized, so if can't be missing tackles because then other teams will just get more opportunities than most. Like if we just tackle them, I think we'll be good.
Guys, I want you to talk about, we know that the MAC conference is a great conference, right? But I've always believed pound for pound the Western Buckeye League's one of the top conferences in the entire state. You guys have one non-league game, and then in the regular season there's not a single cupcake. There's a lot of leagues where there's a couple weeks you can circle and you say that's a win, that's a win. Not so much in the WBL. What's it like competing in that conference? And Coach, that's a question for you too.
Well, it's awesome as a competitor, but it can be frustrating as a coach as well, just because, like you said, there's not, week 4, week 5, we're going to be able to rest a little bit and get our bearings back, and then we'll head back into week, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, finish it off. It's every week, and it's really good for us, and I like that because it keeps our focus where it needs to be. If all of a sudden you got, a couple weeks where you can just step on the field and win, our focus isn't where it needs to be. And so even starting with Brian, we haven't even talked about week 2 yet. We want to make sure we take care of that because that's got to be how we approach every week with WBL and so many good teams and so many good coaches and a ton of great players around the league.
That's a great answer, Coach. How about you guys, WBL?
Yeah, going off what Coach said, you take it 1 week at a time. You don't get a rest, and that just really helps you mentally. You're staying locked in, keeping that technique good every week, not taking rests. So it just keeps you locked in as a player and keeps the team good overall.
I think us being the WBL keeps us competitive all the time because you can't really take any weeks off, any plays off, days off. So I think it just keeps us very competitive.
Yeah, it keeps it competitive. Then when we make it to playoffs, it's like we're already competing throughout every week, so it's kind of nice.
I agree. Just having hard matchup after hard matchup every single week will just give us the edge as we keep going on and give us the right mentality.
I got one last thing for you guys. Who's your toughest dude? I know you're undersized, but who's your baddest dude that you don't want to go up against in practice? And you can name yourself. That's fine.
Can they name coaches? I feel like it might be our coach. No.
I would have to go with Maddox Workman. He's been in and out due to injuries for the past, probably since freshman year. He has 2 recovering labrums that have both been torn, but he does not let it stop him. He's been, honestly, I don't want to say scary, but you do not want to go against him. I'm just...
I'd go off with Ben because Maddox, you can look at him, he just doesn't take any plays off and he's just always going 110%.
I'm gonna give it to Zach. He's 260, 6'5". Yeah, you meet that in the hole. You ain't tackling that.
Yeah, give me Zach 100%. He plays quarterback, but on that D-line, he's relentless. He wants that quarterback every play.
Yeah, I also agree with Zach too. Just going up the hole and just on QB runs, and it's kind of hard to stop him with one or two guys. So yeah.
Short. I'm taking Zach.
You got some tough coaches too. Is that you, coach, or is it
No, I don't
somebody
know
else?
about that.
That days are over for you.
Well, we got a couple wrestling coaches on staff now, so I bet they would probably say themselves, but no, I'm just giving them a hard time about it. We always say toughness is task specific, so I think all these guys up here shows toughness at certain points and when it's needed, and a lot of people look at like physical toughness and strength, but we show a video of a lady walking a tightrope, and it's like, that's pretty dang tough too.
Right.
And so it's task specific, and they can each, perform their own task and their job with toughness and grit, and I think we do a pretty good job of that.
I should ask him the Battle Royale question for WBL coaches, but should we save it?
Go ahead.
One of the things we like to do on our podcast, coaches, I like to ask this question. If you take all the coaches in the WBL, okay, and you lock them in a room, who's going to be the one man standing? Who's going to win a Battle Royale, WBL coaches? Is it you?
I got you, Coach.
Hey,
You
Ken,
got me?
Ken Schreiner's retired
Well,
now.
that's what
He was always my
nobody's
pick.
Nobody's moving Ken out of a room.
No.
So he's sitting there pretty strong, but I may give it to myself. Hopefully Coach Fry doesn't hear that sitting over there. And I would think, probably every one of them would probably say themselves, hopefully. So, that would be interesting. Hopefully we just get in there and just get to socialize and enjoy company rather than going, throwing hands, but we'll see.
That's why people like you so well. You're a good dude.
Is Coach the guy in the WBL? You guys know all the coaches in the WBL except the new OG coach.
No,
Coach Recker's got it.
Oh yeah, Coach is the man.
Of course. He's a tough dude.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
Love it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate it.
Hey,
Have a
thank
good
you for
year, all
having
right,
us.
guys?
Really
Have a
appreciate
good
it.
year.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Good job.
Tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, joined now by Bo Fry and St. Mary's. Coach, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys making the trip.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Players, introduce yourselves and tell me what positions you play, please.
Keelan Baker, I'm number 78, and I play O-line and D-line.
Parker Beam, number 37, play linebacker, DB, and wide receiver.
Taylor Compton, number 32, and I play linebacker.
Dylan Fink, number 11, I play running back and DB.
Great. Thank you, guys. Go ahead, Coach.
Coach, I've always kind of been a closet St. Mary's fan, going back to my high school days at Liberty Center in the early 90s, okay? We had a new offensive coordinator come in, and he had an entire library, VHS tapes at the time, of the Skip Boffman St. Mary's wing T offense. And we went step by step and installed that. It's an offense that has stood the test of time. They still do it at Liberty Center today. They've had some success. Talk about the lineage, the history, and the tradition of that wing T smash mouth mentality at St. Mary's.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're a closet wing T guy. That's
Yes,
I
am.
A lot of people don't like to admit that anymore. But yeah, honestly, it's just what we do. We've been running it from most of these guys started running at 8 years old. And they just continuously run it throughout their youth programs and the junior high and the varsity and the JVs and the freshmen. So we constantly keep running it. It's smash mouth football. I mean, I think every offense fits your community, and we have tough kids. We're never usually great at basketball or the sprints and track, all right, but we're pretty good at wrestling and being physical with you. So you have to match your offense to your community, and it's what we have. And but it started in 1956, the Skip Bachman era. He went on forever, and a ton of success, and our people understand it, and we enjoy it. So.
Do you ever get people in the crowd, Coach, that are yelling, "Hey, it's time for a change. You got to get with the game has passed you by." Things like that. You get a little bit of that.
You win by 14, and they're mad at you because you didn't throw a pass.
That's right.
But hey, only as long as it says W on the scoreboard, I don't care.
So are you guys all bought into that? Because it may not.
Or do you want to throw it a little bit?
We throw the ball every now and then, but I don't know. I prefer running it.
I love that smash mouth football. I always love the physicality it takes to run the wing T offense.
I agree with you. How about you guys?
Hey, whatever it takes to win. I mean, so I'll do whatever it takes to win. Block, catch, I don't care. I love running the ball to the edge, but catching the ball here and there, it's not a problem. You know, we can all catch. We're all athletic, so we can do it all. Even though we only run, we can still do it all.
We have more stuff than just the trap, dodge, sweep.
Yeah. I figured you did. You hang your hat on those things, though, right?
Those are our baby, and those have been our baby for many, many years. And we could probably line up right now, and I could probably play fullback and run the trap and run it exactly like we're running it today.
Is that what you always start with, Coach? First day, you're doing offensive install stuff. I mean, you always
start installing. I mean, we can run it in the gym as a conditioning drill in the winter. You know what I mean? But we've got probably every single one of our levels can run a trap, dive, and sweep like it's the back of their hand. Yes.
What's you guys' favorite running play from that mix?
Definitely the dive because I get the most action there.
I don't know. As a receiver, I'd say anything outside, just sweep rise.
You get any jet sweeps or anything that get you the ball?
Little, not much though. Yeah.
I got to go with the trap. The trap is probably one of my favorite plays.
I'm a big sweep guy, you know. Just hand me the ball, get to the edge, make a couple moves, try to get the touchdown. That's it.
Okay. Tell me you guys' strengths. I know you're going to run it.
Yeah.
You're going to be really good at that. But what else are you guys going to be good at this season?
Our defense is really strong. I mean, we'll definitely be stopping a lot of teams on defense. Taylor Compton's a good linebacker. He runs it. He catches everything up the middle, so he'll be good at that. Then me, Parker here are DBs, and we'll stop all the passes. And we got a couple other DB guys that are pretty athletic, so we're all around pretty solid team.
We got a very veteran team, so a lot of I think we'll be good. We're very veteran at the best positions you can be, like your O-line. We're very veteran there. We're very veteran up on the defensive side. So, yeah.
I'd say our defensive side is really a lot of veteran guys that have played for 3 or 4 years, definitely on the varsity side. So I'd have to lay that back half on defense. It's really going to help.
I think we have great teamwork and like a great team connection overall. I mean, I've been playing with these guys since I've been like 6 years old, so I know how they play. We adapt to each other's play style, and we just come together and make a great team.
Coach, talk about your first scrimmage. What'd you like? Where do you need to improve?
So we go with Piqua as our first scrimmage. We've been doing that since 1990. We stopped for a while, and then we brought it back here a couple years ago. And Coach Neese, Piqua, is a physical coach, big weight room guy. So it's a good matchup for us because they're going to play good base defense. They've got big, thick physical kids. So it's a good to test your toughness right away. I thought we played all right. I think we were trying some different things. You don't want to. It's 10-play series, so with the wing tee, you get 10 plays. You might only wind up at the 40-yard line. You know what I mean? So maybe that's a success for us, but when people don't think it is. But no, I thought it was good. I thought we made progress, and I think we're gonna have to make another set of progress between the next scrimmage.
How'd you players think the scrimmage went? What'd you learn?
I think we had a conjoined practice last week with Xenia, and I think we definitely took a big step from there to there. And I don't know. I thought we'd played pretty well, but there's definitely always room for improvement.
I thought we played pretty good. I just think we got to clean up some little things, just communication-wise on offense and defense, just getting the little things tightened up.
I agree with Baker. You're always going to be better each week, so I think as the weeks go on, we'll get better and better.
Yeah, we might have to clean up a few things, but it's not a hard fix when we practice all week, and it'll just be easy fix, and we'll get it cleaned up.
I know you guys in St. Mary's are tough.
Yeah.
But I want to know your toughest dude on this year's team. Who's the baddest dude? You can
Keelan
say
Baker. Yo, this guy right here. Keelan Baker.
No argument from anybody?
No.
I'm gonna say Piper Triplett.
Oh my gosh.
Girl kicker. Piper Triplett. Nah, Baker probably. My guess would be Baker.
You gonna good with that, Baker, or is there somebody else you're scared of?
He set all the weight records. You know what I mean? So crazy weightlifting guy.
He's got a 400-pound bench.
I'm a little scared of our sophomore linebacker Tyler Holsinger. He's a little crazy.
Sophomore?
Yeah.
How big is he?
He's not that big, but he's
He's nuts?
He's nuts.
What number is he?
31.
31.
Yeah, he'll be playing linebacker with Compton. Write that down.
Well, how about, are you scared of the big kid, Cash from Celina?
No. Never.
I don't want to stir up any trouble,
No,
but
I'm not scared of Cash.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Me and Cash used to wrestle each other, so I mean, I know what he's like. I've handled it.
He's a big drink of water, man.
Yeah.
He's a
Give me you guys' goals for this season. Where do you want to be at the end of the year?
Well, winning, obviously. I mean, I think the league is really open for anyone, and I mean, we're coming for it. So that's my main goal, is to win a league championship.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Baker. Win league championship, and then the goal's always to get to that state championship. Try to win that.
So we always have goals on our whiteboard, and it's always to protect our borders with Celina Wapak, and another major one is to practice on Thanksgiving, because there's only a few teams in the whole state of Ohio that get to practice and have that opportunity to practice on Thanksgiving. So that's always one of our goals.
Undefeated is where I'd want to be, but it depends how we start. If we start off, we always clean up. We're a fourth quarter team, second half team, and a season team, all that. So we'll definitely clean things up pretty fast.
Who do you think some teams will be at the top of the WBL? I know Wapak graduated a lot, but they've been up there. Who are going to be some of the hurdles you're going to have to step over?
Maybe. I don't like to give props to other teams, but Wert, they look tough. Haven't really seen anything on Elida, but I heard some things about them. I don't know how they are, but they might be tough. I heard Walpak's not doing too good. Celina, I don't know how they are, but we're going to want to focus on Celina, Walpak, rivals. We got to get them out of the way, and I don't really know else, but what do you guys think?
The league is always open, and I feel like every team, there's no easy opponent in the WBL. So that's what makes the WBL so special, is because everyone it's like a gridiron. It's every week you got a hard opponent. So I'd say all of them.
Yeah, I mean, always going to be hard, every team you face. I mean, one of the top teams that I think really has a lot of decent guys returning is definitely, I hate to say it, but Celina. I mean, they're going to be a tough opponent this year, just with their guys returning that they have, like Parkway at quarterback. I played with him a couple times. I know how he plays, but I think they're going to be probably our toughest opponent this year.
Yeah, I definitely think Celina's up there, and definitely Wert as well. And a little bit of OG. I mean, OG always gives us a fight, but yeah, they're always pretty good. So,
Coach, any thoughts on the WBL this season?
I think the WBL is wide open. I think there's some very good junior classes. Very, very good Division I kids in the junior classes and that sort of jazz. And the coaches, a lot of coaches that have been around for a while. So I don't think there's one you can put your hand on. You know what I mean? Obviously, until someone knocks Wapak off their mountain, they're still in charge of the league.
Yeah.
Just one more thing. So, guys, on our weekly podcast, we pick the winners from all the games in the area every week. And I have trouble picking against St. Mary's because of your offense. I just believe in the ground game. So am I going to be good to just pick you guys every week?
Yeah, I mean, you should have already done that.
I did most games last year. I always have St. Mary's as an automatic circle. But am I good to do that this year?
100%. Oh, yeah. 101%.
Yeah. You got my back on that?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, listen. If I pick you guys over, I don't know, maybe Wapak, he's going to give me a hard time.
We won't disappoint you.
We got
your back.
I'm not sold yet.
I guess we'll have to show you then.
All right.
What week you guys have Wapak?
Week
5, maybe.
5, yeah.
It's our homecoming game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So if you're 4-0, I may pick you.
All right.
If you're 4-0, I'll consider it. 3-1, no chance. You lose one game, no chance. All right.
Let's go.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gerken companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gerken companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate, caring, and trustworthy individuals who want to grow alongside us. We pride ourselves on offering a generous benefits package, continuous training, top-notch equipment, and a workplace culture that celebrates and rewards hard work. At the Gerken Companies, we understand that where you work matters. So whether you have years of industry experience or are just starting your career, we encourage you to apply. Ready to take the next step in building a brighter future with us? Discover our current job openings at gerkencompanies.com/careers today.
All right, welcome back to our Kickoff Tailgate presented by the Gerken Companies, finishing out our day with the hometown Coldwater Cavaliers, Chip Otten and his guys. Players, first introduce yourselves, please, and what positions you play.
I'm Carson Holman. I play quarterback.
Derek Deuce, running back and linebacker.
Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys chatting with us here today. Go ahead, Coach Strock.
Coach, I've asked each team, I'd like to know a little bit about your first scrimmage. You get to hit somebody different for once. What'd you like, and what didn't you like about your first scrimmage?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's always a good first test. So we always scrimmage Walpock, which has been great for us because we find out a lot. Because they're always, as you know, they're a hard-nosed physical team, and we find out, where we stand. And so we felt good about it yesterday offensively. We just talked about it. No turnovers, no offensive penalty. We might have had a couple of holdings, but no jumping off sides and all that kind of thing. Nobody got hurt. Scored some touchdowns. We have some good veteran with these two guys. Good veteran leadership guys, but really pleased with how hard we played. Against, like I said, against a good hard-nosed football team. Defensively, I don't know that we gave up any huge plays, so that's always a good sign. I think the kids played good assignment football. We gave up, obviously against Walpock, you're not used to playing some of their wing tee stuff, and they get you. You don't really practice too much against what they do like you would a normal team, but. So yeah, it's always I bet you 8, 9, 10 years with Walpock because Coach Ewer, one of our coaches, always says you're never as good as you think and you're never as bad as you think, but you really learn in this first scrimmage.
How about you guys down there? What'd you think of the first scrimmage?
Yeah, the first scrimmage, I thought it went pretty well for both sides. Definitely competitive, definitely evenly. Got a good look. Finally got to play somebody else that we could compete against. And we got to see a lot of guys play, and so that was a good thing.
Defensively, I think we looked pretty sound. I mean, I liked what I saw out of our guys. I knew that we have a lot of guys returning back on the interior, and we proved that we could play. And the secondary guys showed up yesterday, and that they can play ball too.
What do you guys think your strengths will be this season?
I think our strengths is probably, our offense and defense are both going to be really good. Running, throwing, probably more run because we got our whole backfield back, but we'll be able to do everything, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, just like you said, our run game I think is going to be very strong because we got three returning running back, me, Braxton Taylor, and Carter Freed all returning along with Carson Holman here, and we all know we can run the ball real well.
Coach, go ahead. Take me through your strengths this season.
Okay,
what
yeah,
will stick out?
Good question. We inserted 3 sophomore D linemen last year, big strong kids, and so they got a good, in the 4th game. So games 4 through 15, we got a good taste of those 3 young guys. Derek was a first-team All-State linebacker returning. Our middle linebacker was a full-time starter all year, so 2 of those 3. And Carter Freed, who Derek mentioned, he's one of our safeties. So like you said, the secondary are kind of the new guys, other than Carter, but Braxton Taylor, who's one of those running backs. So he mentioned those 3 running backs. Those guys will play all the time on defense, and they'll get their breaks on offense, which is great. And like Carson said, we'll probably be in a little more 2-back this year, just because of that, because of the ability of those guys. But they can still get some good breaks on the offensive side. O-line will be the biggest O-line we've had in a long time. Physically big, probably average 250, 255, which is we're usually not very big up front, but they got to play. See if they can get the job done. So if those guys can come through, we feel pretty good about the offense. And like Derek said, those front really, 5 of the 6, we play a 3-3 stacked defense. So 5 of the 6 are returning full-time starters. So if those guys can hold up and the secondary can prevent big plays, we feel like we got a shot.
Yeah. Derek, I know you're a tough dude. I like to ask this question. Who's the baddest dude on this year's Coldwater team? And you have these big linemen. And you can name yourself if you want, because Carson's the only one here. So who's the toughest dude on the 2026 Coldwater team?
I'd say going lineman, if I were to pick one of those guys, I'd have to go probably with Colin Weskerdus. He's lean, he's muscular. Even though he's a little bit on the smaller side, he's maybe 190, 200 pounds at the nose guard, but he can just tear that center apart, tear them guards up. He's quick, he's agile. You don't really want to meet him in those gaps. But hardest hitting, I'd say, would probably be Carter Freed at safety. He puts his head down and he shows no remorse. If he comes down flying in there on a run, you might want to look out.
Sometime to a fault with our scout team guys. Like, that's your teammate, Carter. You can't kill him.
No remorse. That's great.
Yeah. And of course, Derek wouldn't have said himself.
I've seen him. Yeah, he's a tough dude.
But
yeah,
you know, was probably our best playmaker on O and D last year. Really. Just knows how to play. Not as you can tell, he's probably 5'8", 170, but just knows how to play football and make plays.
Carson, who do you not want? Well, I know you're not getting tackled, but who do you not want to get hit by?
I would definitely say Carter Freed as well. It doesn't matter size, big, small. He just wants to hit. Like our first day of hitting, he was dying to hit all week. He just wanted to hit. That's all he wants to do, ever wants to do, and he's gonna bring it every time. I actually tell Coach, let him hit. I want everybody to hit me. I want to get the shots, but sometimes they don't listen.
Coach, you know how well respected the MAC conference is, and this goes for you players too, but I've just been so impressed over the years, as hard fought as it is week in and week out. There just seems to be so much respect amongst the coaches, the players, the community. Talk a little bit about the culture of MAC country and what seems to make it unique that way. We saw St. Henry knock off Marion Local last year, in the playoffs, and St. Henry, they just shook hands and no big deal. They acted like they expected it, and they showed respect to Marion Local. What is it about the culture of these communities that makes it that way?
Yeah, I think the culture is such that there's not a lot of transient. There's a lot of movement. I think all of our seniors went to kindergarten together last year. This year's group, maybe Carter moved in about like a 5th grader or something like that. So you have that culture. Lots and lots of our best Coldwater graduates come back to Coldwater, come back to St. Henry, come back to Minster, the whole crew, and then they want to raise their kids there. And there's a really good pride, I would say, coaching wise, which is maybe unique for lots of us coaches, even though we're Division 5, 6, and 7 teams. It's not typically a stepping stone job. It's like, man, I like living here. I'm gonna stay. And so obviously Tim's been the head coach 20. I guess I've been here over 20, and 5th, 16th maybe is head. And so if you go back and look at all those Trent, who owns McSober's, his dad was the coach for 20 years. And so those coaches like to be here, so you get that continuity. Our assistant coaches, of the 7 assistants, one is Corey Klinke, but he's taken up. He's the girls' golf coach because he's got 6 kids. So he had to back off a little bit, but all those guys went away for a bit, and then but they're Coldwater guys that either played for Coach Reed or me. Went away for a while, and then they come back, and it's like, all right, they kind of know how things operate. We've been together, and we just have those. I can count on those guys. Well, I know he knows his job, and so it's just that, like you really called it, the culture that there's just a lot of, we want to do it for each other. You know, that's a staple. Coach Reed, it was before me, said, hey, if you want to be successful, you better help your buddies. If you're a senior, you're helping those freshmen, and so it just hopefully continues to continue like that.
Players, talk real quick about the MAC. What's it mean to compete in the MAC?
Yeah, the MAC is definitely no easy joke. Definitely competitive every year in and year out. Every team is good. There's no breaks. You got a tough team every week you got to prepare for. And all these players or all these people that go to the school grow up together, go to school together. It's not like the big schools, so they transfer out. All these kids are together all the time, and they just know each other.
Yeah, it's definitely a hustle each week. I mean, if you don't bring your A game, like some weeks last year, we didn't bring our A game and we got upset, and that's just how it is in the MAC. If you don't bring your A game every day, like week in and week out, you're not gonna be at the top. And I know talking around here sometimes people make it sound like it's harder to win a MAC championship than it is to win a state championship around here, because we constantly have those teams climb the top of that OHSA tournament, and they're always there.
Do you like it that way, or would you rather play some more cupcakes during the season?
I like it this way. I mean, that way we know we can say we play in the MAC. People know who we are. We're always at the top, and people know where we're from.
Love it.
Coach, we see numbers dwindling in football, not just in Ohio, but around the country. But you guys have always had great numbers. Is it something you're doing at the youth level? What does your youth programs look like? Take me through that a little bit. And why are kids so excited to play football down here?
We always get that question asked, and we have 66 freshmen through. An unusually large freshman class. We have a really good freshman class of kids, 27. We retained this year, so hopefully we can, by the time we're seniors, hopefully we can keep maybe 20 of those guys. Let's see, what was the other part of the question?
Just your youth. What's going on at the youth? What's going on at the youth level?
We don't have a youth program.
You don't do anything youth in Coldwater.
So in our camp, we call it our camp. Sixth, seventh, and eighth graders. When we have our camp, we have 5 days of camp. I'm kind of like, pre-practice, but we go in the morning for about 2.5 hours, and then the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders come in at noon to 2, and all these guys come back. And so we had 150 to 60. We had 90 little guys, so we have 41 7th graders. Crew, right? This is Carson's little brother. Well, these are Carson's 2 younger brothers. Crew's the 7th grader, and Creighton's the sophomore. But 41 7th graders, I think 35 8th graders. And so they just play in the backyard. I mean, we don't do anything, right? Nothing until
recess football.
And this is I think people who know football really well know this, but when you don't have soccer, that does matter. Yeah. I can think of years when we've had some really good receivers, guys that they weren't the toughest dudes, but they could run and catch. And if there's soccer, you lose. If you lose 3 or 4 guys of grade to soccer, all of a sudden you're down at 45 guys. So that definitely plays a role in it. I don't know that any of the coaches, we don't really talk about it too much about as far as, no, we can't have soccer. It's just not really part of the culture, really, that most of the schools really don't have it and don't really think about it too much. They do play Little League soccer, though. At the park.
Right.
Some of them travel. When my son was playing, I don't know if you remember Brody Hoyne.
Yeah.
That these guys would go to these tournaments and just walk out there with their cleats, and they had some really good athletes that really weren't true soccer players, but they would go to these tournaments and play against all these kids that have all their stuff and all this, and Brody Hoyne beat them by himself. And they're like, how the heck can you guys be that good at soccer when you don't even really play soccer? So, But yeah. So,
Yeah.
so
I talk to a lot of people about this, and the MAC is the best at it for getting athletes out to play football. And there's so many areas that they're starting kids first, second grade tackle. You guys do, if you do football, it's flag down here. And I wish more people would follow that way.
Yeah, it's it's interesting because I grew up in Kettering and I played. It wasn't a real travel, but we had, I think, an 18 little league, kind of like a Coldwater little league, but it was like a little league football. And I played in 4th, 5th, and 6th and enjoyed it. I think so much of it would have to do with how are the coaches. Are the coaches coaching them up, making them have fun? What I would worry about the big boys. The big boys. It's hard for when you're a little chubby dude in 5th grade. It's like, this isn't very much fun. I never get the ball. I don't. It's hard to learn all this stuff. And so if you lose some of those guys before they even get a chance at 7th grade, then you don't get them back. Once you lose them, you don't get them back. So that might play a role into it. But we've been fortunate, and hopefully they keep wanting to come out.
Last thing, Carson and Derek. This community is awesome. The support here is second to none. What does it mean to be a Coldwater football player? And I don't want to say pressure, but to have that load on your shoulders, you go out there every Friday night and excel.
Yeah, you look at the community, you see everybody in the stands. A lot of people go to support every week in, week out. Doesn't matter where it is. You're always going to have a lot of Coldwater fans. And you look up, and over probably 70-80% went to Coldwater, and they all came back home. So just seeing them and all of them guys playing football and stuff, just you want to represent, and they were good back in their day. You want to keep that tradition going, and you don't want to lose that. I actually wear my number 15 because of Brody Hoyne. When I was little, and I just seen him play, and he's just a really good player for us, and that's how I got my number.
Yeah, I mean, tradition is just about everything around here with this community. I mean, after every game, win or lose, our fans coming down and along the fence and give us high fives. I mean, it's just a simple thing like that. They show support to us, and we give it back to them, like without helping out at the community picnic, KFC picnic, help load things with the church, things like that. And it's just, we help each other out because, like Coach always say, many hands make light work, and we just like to keep that motto around here.
Outstanding. Thank you, guys. You good, Coach?
I'm good. We've already gone over time, but one thing I want to say, and I know you're a humble guy, but several months ago I went down a rabbit hole one night on the internet, and I started looking at BGSU record books and all this, and I'm seeing Chip Ott and Chip Ott and Chip Ott and running back Chip Ott. Like, what the heck? You were a tough nut back in the day, weren't you?
There might be a few in there. I tell people, I was built almost identical to Derek. He's a little bit taller, but about the same weight. I was kind of a jack of all trades guy. I wasn't a great player by any means, but I could punt return, kick return, play tailback. I was the holder, but somehow I became the holder. I could just do a lot of things. And so, kind of like these guys, I love baseball. These guys are both all-state baseball, and I pitched in the state finals 1 year as a junior, and so, I was a gym rat. My dad was a long time ago, so whatever season it was, that's what we were playing, whatever it might be.
I love
Coach, thank you so much.
Okay.
Carson and Derek, thank you guys so much. Have a good year, all right? Good luck to you guys.
Thank you.